Oh, it's that time, and that button's been pushed. It's Zenlin back in there to reclaim their position at the top of the stack. They are tonight's Bite Zero on this extra special Talk Tuesday. I hope you guys are ready for some fun. Here we go. It is that time. We're going to get down. We're going to get funky. We're going to dance. We're going to have some fun. Hey, if anybody ever watched The Goonies, then maybe some of you even know how to do the chunky monkey. But we're going to have a good time nonetheless. Back to live in my chat wells, and you are always allowed there. And you've got your looks like you've got your position back as tonight's Bite Zero. So we're expecting you to lead the charge. It shows how it's done to bring out the fun. Let's go. Oh yeah, no party. I see a lot of fantastic, fancy, and amazing people already out there for what is bound to be an absolutely exciting, fun-filled night. I hope you guys are ready for it. And if there's any doubt about it, well, this party's going to set it off just right. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. In case anybody's wondering, no, there's no shout-outs. That's all been turned off because tonight's stream is all about our very special guest. And did you hear? Did you know? Do you know who tonight's special guest is? Well, if you don't, let me give you the rundown of tonight's very special guest. Tonight's special guest is a master tactician who puts on a master class in taking names and kicking arse. In BG3, she's the heroes that we need. In Phasmo, she's the ghost's absolutely delightful honeypot. They run to her. From voice acting to technical directing, this fabulous streamer can put on quite the show. Let me tell you what. You need an amazing VTuber. She's definitely a solid pro at this. 10 out of 10. Would absolutely recommend. This fantastic and amazingly talented individual does art, directing, DMing, and all that while still making you feel like you are the most important person in the world to them. Honestly, we could fill an entire library with the names of people that are often inspired by this very, very talented and fabulous individual. So, without any further ado, I promise I won't keep her from you any longer, guys. I present to you tonight's special guest, the phenomenally awesome and amazingly brilliant Bates Blogs. Welcome to
Hi, everybody. That was so nice, Nori. Thank you so much. That was a really beautiful introduction. Thank you. Hi, guys.
Thanks.
I hope everyone's having a wonderful day and a wonderful week so far. Oh, I'm so stoked to be here. Thank you so much, Nori, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Right? How red? How red? Not red? Okay, we'll have to work on that. That's all right. We'll get it. We'll get her. Right. So, couple rundown of the rules, because we always do this on here on Talk Tuesdays. For those of you that are here that are already in the know, there are points in the channel where you can redeem to ask questions of this absolutely fantastic guest star that we have. Any questions that you do ask, we'll read them. Bates, you can answer any questions you want. You at any point in time that we ask you a question that somehow slipped my filter, because I tend to try and make certain that we don't let certain questions through here. I'm sorry, Zoda. I don't care how many times you beg. We're not asking for Social Security. It's always going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just a thing. Was that the credit card number you were trying to get last time? You know, I can never remember which one it is. It's fine. If the question's stupid enough, I will typically tend to make fun of it. You're welcome to make fun of it too, right? It's a good time. We're just generally here just to have a good time, do an awful lot of laughing. But if at any point in time I do ask you a question that you feel uncomfortable asking, it's perfectly okay. Just say no. We'll skip and we'll rebase and we'll move on to another question. No questions asked. You don't have to explain. Just, I'm not answering that, and we're moving on.
Okay, cool.
So it's nice and easy that way. Beyond that, we're just going to have fun. Exclamation puzzle for anybody that wants to do the puzzle that you see in the bottom corner. It'll be up. It'll be running. It'll be ready to go. And beyond that, Bates Blogs, are you ready?
I'm all set.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Talk Tuesday. See, that we got there on the screen. Whee!
Hi, guys.
Oh, wow, the questions are coming in fast and furious.
Yeah, they
You
are. They
definitely a very popular individual. Now, you don't need to read the questions. I've got a little question system over here that captures all those. So don't worry about it. We're going to get all to the questions in all due times.
Yay.
I get the first two. It's my show, so I get the first two questions. That's just how it goes.
That's totally fine.
If you hadn't figured it out just yet, I'm a bit selfish when it comes to my guest stars. I get first dibs at their time. Ha.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Nori.
This is fine. It's fine. It's fantastic, right? So we usually start out with. Let's start with. We'll throw a wrench into this. What got you started streaming? What was the impetus that turned on the stream for Bates Blogs and made you the fantastic person that's here in front of us today?
Oh God. I started, okay guys, this is embarrassing. So I originally started streaming, I wanted to do sim streams. And that's not the embarrassing part. I originally wanted to do sim streams. No. I love Sims. I have I think over 2,000 hours on Sims, and that's Sims 4 alone, and I hate Sims 4. Sims 4 is the worst. I have it modded out to hell. But I wanted to start off as a Sim streamer, and because I like to tell stories with Sims. And then it wound up turning into, and this is the embarrassing part, which some of you do know, I wound up becoming a hot tub streamer. We got an inflatable hot tub at the place that I lived at. I was streaming with one of my friends who also did hot tub streaming with me. And I regret all those days. I regret all of them. I regret them very, very deeply. And all of those clips, by the way, are now destroyed. I have deleted all of them. They do not exist. So please don't ask. And even during those streams, I wore a mask because I was just like, nope, not playing that. I actually recently just got my numbers back up follower wise to where they were because after I quit hot tub streaming, because I lost like 200 followers after doing that.
Right.
So I just got back up to where I was when I lost my followers after I quit doing that. And then wanted to do gaming. And then this friend that I streamed with kind of ruined streaming for me a little bit. So I was just like, I'm not going to do this for a while. And so then I started back up again actually this year in... Shoot, when did I start? I think I started in January, I want to say, and then went full time in April because I was streaming for a little bit, and then I went full time with it because I quit my job and said I want to do something that I want to do because I can't stand people treating me like crap anymore. Right. So I was just like, I'm gonna become a full time streamer, and thankfully I have a partner who's wonderful, understanding, and very, very, very supportive. Could not have a better partner in my life. Who's like, that's fine. Do something you love to do. And should it not work for some reason, then we'll discuss work again later. But for now, do this. It makes you happy. So that is what I'm currently doing is streaming full time. So it's my thing. That's what got me into it. And then BG3 really helped get into it too this year because I wound up meeting, I watched Neil Newbon stream, who voices Astarion. He has a friend, Tom, and I really like Tom's streams and I like the people in his chat. So I actually decided to join a Discord, which I've never done before. And I've met some of the best people on the planet who have been really a wonderful support system. And a lot of them I hang out with and game with. I actually was just, playing BG3 with the Crimson Assassin, and like they helped. I met them through Tom's streams, and it got me wanting to do even more streaming. And that's kind of how my streaming journey has gone. If that makes sense.
It's an amazing story so far. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's taught you a lot of valuable lessons, and it's I'm excited to have you back out here streaming again. I know it's been an absolute enjoyment catching your streams when they do pop up. Yeah, I was glued to my chair watching you guys. Though luckily enough, you didn't have the tentacle issue that we had on RBG3 on Sunday. So.
Wait, what happened with you with tentacles? Wait, what? I don't even know tentacles in BG3. What did I miss? Sorry, like after Foxy stream, I just napped on Sunday. I just napped. Wait, what did I miss? What tentacles? What tentacles, Nori? What?
It was a thing. It definitely taught North a lesson about peeking in on people's dreams. I will leave it at that.
Oh my god! What? Wait, is this a mod or is this actual vanilla?
No, it's vanilla. We don't play modded in our Sunday BG3 group. That is all vanilla. I don't either.
My game is my game has been glitched since it first came out. Hermes Rose actually gave me a lot of like good pointers to try to get it back to normal, and it's still glitching. And it's been glitched since I first had it. Like the first time I played BG3, like my whole first playthrough was glitched. I managed to skirt my way through so much stuff for Act 3. It wasn't even funny. Right. Like I got past like the big automatons just because the game glitched. And that was like, I didn't have to fight. It was just like, oh, okay. Bridge came down. Great.
You know? Yeah, I didn't get past the automatons. I got arrested and thrown in jail and then talked to some skeleton skull in there. And he's like, oh, fine, I'll teleport you out of jail now. Because you answered my obviously very easy question. I'm like, great. And then had to fight my way from there.
Yep, sounds about right. Sounds about right.
I was spotted.
That's why you want to destroy the automatons early on, because should you have to fight anyone in town, at least they're gone and you just have the fists to worry about.
Yeah. Honestly, we have been trying our very, very best to not kill townsfolks. Like, we have wrecked every place of trading in the first 2 acts.
Nice.
Like there was nowhere for us to go trade back because it was all razed to the ground. And not intentionally. We always had the best of intentions going into it. So none of it was done intentionally. It happened.
Right.
You've heard of accidental heroes. We're more like the accidental villains of the
world. That's amazing.
Like,
excellent.
Whoops, I didn't. We try to do the very best that we can. We were like, we're going to do this right. We're going to be the heroes. We're going to save it. And whoops, I pulled the lever that blew up the thing that killed like
everyone.
Whoops.
Yep. I mean, that's one fun thing about playing BG3. You never know what you're going to get. I've beaten the game solidly 3 times. And I currently have 3 more playthroughs that 2 of which I know are definitely going to succeed through. I do have a 3rd that I'm almost to Act 2 with, and that's like my Asarian Gale run because I'm doing the Bloodweave. And then I just started a new game that I'm actually really excited about because that one, the character is a cleric of Mystra. She is she's a tiefling, so she's like under Zariel because I wanted to see what would happen with that. And then I'm going to make her an Oathbreaker. Plus, she's also Dirge. And that's what I like about BG3. I love making complicated characters because I want to see where the story goes with those choices. And I'm actually going to start streaming those, I think, on Friday nights because I really miss playing BG3 on Friday nights. It was just such a nice end of my week.
There you go.
BG3 is my comfort game. So it was just like, I love, and it's the same thing with D&D. I like making the different stories, and there's apparently like 17,000 different endings for BG3. So I'm like, let's see what I can do.
Hey, you know? I say go for it, right? As long as you're enjoying it, that's what matters, right?
Oh yeah, it's my
yeah, it's still my very first playthrough. Like, this is the farthest. So our group does the Sunday. We do it's a TPK. If the whole party dies, like we don't save, but we save, right? But that's just a periodic game saves, that sort of thing. But we don't ever reload back to those saves. So all choices are permanent. All decisions are permanent.
Shit.
Everything that happens is what happens, and that's that, right? And so if the party wipes, we scrap the whole run and we start over again.
Damn. That's insane. Right. I can't do that. I can't even do honor mode because it's one save. And I, being the wonderful ADHDer that I am, I cannot go through, and if I don't like a decision, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because, like, for me personally, I'm all about story. I love telling stories, and if it's not the story that I want crafted, I'm going to rework it. And I think that's just because of how the writer brain works and the mixed with the ADHD. So I want to be able to have options and be like, nope, I fucked that up with Gale, or I fucked that up with the Starion, or I fucked that up with Karlach, or shit, I missed getting Minty or Minthara. And I'm just like, nope, I got to restart because this is not the story I want to tell.
Our camp is pretty sparse because I think we've killed more of the people that are supposed to join us than we've recruited. God.
Wait, who did you kill? Who has all died in terms of companions in this? Did you kill Karlach? Oh my god, did you fucking kill Karlach?
No, Karlach's still. I think Karlach's still floating around in camp.
Okay, that's good.
They're
good.
One of the few that are still floating around. But Will's dead.
Dude, no spoilers with that because, like, I killed Will by accident on my Bloodweave game, and I'm very interested to see how this is going to play out without Will.
Yeah, we killed. So they were like, we were in to make we had to go in to set loose whatever her name was that was captured, right? So that's not a spoiler. Yeah. You already know about that.
No,
so Zoot went in there and fiddled with the controls first. And he's like, I don't have any of the requirements to do this, so I'm going to back out. I'm like, that's fine. I've got the requirements to go do it, so I'll go do it. Unfortunately, because he'd already gone far enough in, I wasn't given the option to re-roll to do the check to figure out which switch to push. And I'm like, that one.
Oh, shit. What did you do? What did you do, Nori?
Well, we killed the demon. We pulled the wrong lever.
Oh my god.
So we're like,
see, mine I killed Will by accident when I did this because he was there at the goblin fight. And apparently friendly fire must have hit him by accident, which triggered him. No. Which I'm like, I never hit you. So after we finished the initial there you go, sir. The initial game, he just came and attacked us, and I was like, well, I guess Will's dead. Let's see how this plays. So now we'll see.
Serb would have a better understanding of who all we've lost or not lost. So Serb is Serb's the one who's gotten the most time played in our group through the game. Myself and Zoda haven't beaten the game yet, and so we're about as far as we're ever going to go. And I think Brotherfjord is also there, and I think Brotherfjord's been all the way through the game at least once or twice. But yeah, what's really nice is that it's kind of funny because they're basically letting me make the really stupid decisions because I have absolutely no clue what's going on. So I'm like, oh, let's go do this or let's go do that. And they're like, okay.
All right. Dude, it's a lot of, I mean, like with first time players too, it's a lot of fun going in and being like, all right, what do you want to do? You want to do this? Let me show you this because this is really cool. And it's hard to, because like I had a friend who actually just finished their first playthrough. They actually played Gale as their first, and now they're playing the Dirge character. But playing Gale as their first run through, like, was a very, very interesting choice. And like when we play our game, because we have a separate game from that, I'm like, there's so much I want to just tell them and like be like, let's do this, let's play this place. There's but now that they finished with Gale, I'm like, yes, we can go back to our game. You know the story now, so if there's any extra stuff, I can at least share that with you because it's just fun stuff that you missed your first playthrough. But all the rigmarole from that. But Danny does ask an important question: is Astarion alive?
So our very first group, there's a fun little story behind this, right? So our very first group that we did, very first night, we ran, and we generally try to remember to turn on the little BG3 option that lets chat help make choices. And so that very first group that we went through, Brotherfjord actually had Astarion making the moves on him. And Brother Feared's chat
awesome.
was a little bloodthirsty, and so they chose to kill him. So we'll Astarion.
Oh, damn it, Brother Feared. Damn your chat. I'm not actually damn your chat, but you staked the vampire.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he got staked.
He just wanted love. He just wanted love. He just wanted love. That's all Astarion wanted. He just wanted love. Damn it.
So
He just wanted love, and now he's dead.
he wanted love
Rest in
and
peace,
blood.
sister.
Yeah. So
And
he
blood.
he didn't survive that first night. Now in subsequent plays, because again we die, we start over again. Astarion in our current group is actually still very much alive, though.
That's good.
We were up to a point doing this thing where at the end of our nightly sessions we would do a PvP battle, and we would just go to town on each other. So technically, yeah, he's still alive, but we've killed him several dozen times over because, you know, he gets caught in the fallout from like big AoEs and whatnot.
Yeah. Jeez. Poor Star. He's just like trying to watch the fight, and y'all just come and smack him in the face numerous times. I'm dying over here.
It
That was
happens.
a terrible Starion.
It happens. It has been a thing that has occurred occasionally. Unfortunately, our characters have gotten to a point now where they're powerful enough that our screw around at the end of the night sessions are now like almost like minor boss battles on their own. So
Oh, damn.
we've had to stop doing them because when we take an hour to kill each other,
Damn.
it's like
I want to
okay,
do some PvP playing. That sounds awesome. That sounds amazing, actually.
it's
So
been
Creamy
pretty
Rose, heads
fun.
up.
It's been fun. What makes it interesting is, especially the last couple of times, there have been points where my guy is really kind of tanky, and so I'm pretty much holding on through most of the stuff they're throwing at me, and so I'm running around like, okay, let me just res you back up into the fight. Let me res you back up to the fight. Let's just prolong this fight. Because I'm struggling to kill whoever it is I'm trying to kill because I don't output a whole lot of damage.
Right. Are you said your character's a fighter?
He's a fighter sorcerer.
Sorcerer. Okay.
A few
And then
levels in
turned wrestler,
sorcery.
right?
Okay, so that's actually more of just a funny happenstance.
No, I know. I liked the quip you had when me and Creamy were playing, where it's like fighter turned wrestler,
Yeah.
because you just yeeted everyone off the ships when you were going to the other side of.
If I
the
can put my
Underdark.
hands on them, it was like when Volo died because of the explosion. I was like, okay, I'm irritated. I wanted to blow Volo up, so I just grabbed the first guard and started throwing them into the river. Like, just go have a swim. Just go have a swim. Like instant death. I'm like, do we care what's on their bodies? No, good. Into the river you go. You go.
No, I support killing Volo. Like, okay, I don't support killing Volo, but Volo is very obnoxious. He fucking plops your eye out of the game, and you're just like, although it's one of the best items in the game, for real, but it's just like, oh, you're really just gonna dig into my cranial region because you think I've tried magic, I've talked to like people who are bigger than you, and you think that you can get it out with a pickaxe?
Yeah, it comes in with
Or
that long
ice pick. You know, it's just
every
like,
time that is a zoot maneuver. When it comes down to it, that is a zoot maneuver. Every one of Zoda's character has either had his eye plucked out and kissed by the hag, or he's had Volo work on it. I'm like, are you trying to make yourself blind? Like every one of his characters, like that's what I'm doing.
well, you can't do double. Wait, has he managed to do both eyes? Because I've played it and I've only ever been able to do one or the other. Okay, because I was like, the hag's eye sucks. Like, if the hag gives you the eye, it sucks. It's a terrible eye compared to the invisibility. Like, yeah, no, bet I'm not doing that. Like, at all. It's too good otherwise.
I don't. Right. No, I don't know. Well, we killed the hag too quickly this time around.
Oh, okay.
Slap that hag right hand over my eye. But we are getting way off topic here.
Sorry.
We still have no. You're fine. This is Talk Tuesday. This is what happens on a Talk Tuesday. Anybody who's ever been around here knows that we're going to go down some rabbit holes. But that's my job.
They're fun.
Is to pull us back out of rabbit holes before we get too far into them. Your name, Bates Blogs. Where does that come from?
Oh, fun story. Okay, so originally I was SimSweetie, and then I wanted to promote my comic book. I have a comic book that is actually written and produced. You can find it on Webtoons, at least most of it. I haven't posted the last couple pages yet. It's called Bait and Switch, and I've actually been writing Bait and Switch for the last 14 years. Yeah, it's been 14 years. Have the whole thing written out. Finally was able to make it a comic book, and I wrote the comic book. I hired a team to do it. It was originally a web series, and I was like, well, I want to promote, since I'm streaming, I would rather promote my comic doing this. And Bait was modeled after me, because who doesn't want to be a superhero?
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to use Bait to promote my comic, because people are going to be wondering who Bait is. And it's Bates Blogs, because originally I had a mini series where I would dress up as Bait, and she would talk about the city of Monteceros, where she's from. And I was like, well, these are technically Bates Blogs too. And originally when I started streaming as Bait, because Bait herself as a character, she has dissociative identity disorder, I would make her personas as other VTubers. So every stream I would, each character had a particular type of game that they would play. She had two other personas. She had Grace and Trucker Dave. Grace would play the RPG games, Trucker Dave would play the retro games, and Bait would play everything and anything else in between. So it was just like, okay, I'm just going to use it to promote my comic.
I want to time you out right there for 1 second. We're getting rated right now, so I don't want our people to miss any of this, because that's one of the few things we still have that goes on.
Yeah, no worries.
Psycho Sophisticate, welcome in. Thank you for bringing your raid in here. I hope you guys are ready. You're coming in for a Talk Tuesday, and our special guest tonight is a Bates Blogs. So if you're here to learn about Bates Blogs, this fantastic streamer right here, you have come to the right place. As I can tell you that a lot of our people have been learning all kinds of new things. They're all like shouting in the chat right now, because they're like, I didn't know this. Yes. This is why we do these things, right? Ooh.
But welcome, guys.
Oh, wait. We got another one coming in right in after that one. We got another raid.
Oh.
We have AM Comnanos who's coming in with his absolutely fantastic. There's
Hi, guys.
Sound effect.
Welcome in.
It is a double.
Welcome in.
So when Com comes in, it's too much tongue raid. So we're having a double entendre.
That's hilarious. That's amazing.
I got my favorite. We just got my favorite Com clip where he's like, "If the chest is frowny, you must put it downy." Come on. Thank you for showing up. Psycho Sophisticate, thank you for showing up. Welcome on in, Raiders. Again, my name is Nori. You're bearing witness to our Talk Tuesday, where we have the fabulous Bates Blogs here, who's just telling us about their name and the origins of the Bates Blogs. So pull on up. If you have questions, there's a redemption down there to ask all the questions you want. Come learn some lore history about what is absolutely a phenomenal first-rate streamer.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
No, you're fine. We interrupted you, but yeah, this one of the things totally that actually still plays noises and whatnot on Talk Tuesdays, totally because we still celebrate our raiders coming in.
Yes, you have to. It's part of the community. It's part of the friends. I mean, you have to. It's that's totally fine on my part. I have no qualms with it. You got to welcome everyone in.
That's right.
Make everyone feel at home. You know?
That's the way that works. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So you were saying.
So yeah, Bates blogs was just like, these are Bates blogs. Like, I stopped doing Bates also a master of disguise. So like, I do the various VTubers still, depending on what game I have, or if I'm making one for like BG3, or like depending on, what character I'm feeling like playing. This one's my favorite. I love her so much. She's my favorite Bait disguise. And there is like a Bait original VTuber as well. But this by far is my favorite. So yeah, I mean, like that's how Bates blogs came about, is like, these are her blogs. These are her masters of disguise. This is all encompassing her. And to be honest, I feel more like Bates than I do my real self too. So like, it's an interesting in between, like
Right.
it's weird hearing like my actual like name being said in the real world kind of deal, and it's like, that's not who I am though. Like your identity is kind of transcended into the streamer world a little bit, and for me, I'm Bates. I like it better than my real name.
You get used to hearing it, and it just becomes the name that you go by, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It is
and
absolutely a thing.
Yeah, so Bates is the moniker, and that's why it's Bates blogs. It's because it's her stories.
Well, that's fantastic.
I mean, yeah,
But
and at the time,
who out there in Chatland didn't know that this was we not only is Bates a fantastic streamer, but apparently also a superhero with their very own comic book. Oh, we didn't know that one.
Yep. Normally, I don't do that kind of thing, but I really wanted I wanted to be in a comic, and okay. Bates is me, so it was just like, well. It used to be a web series too. I think you could probably find some of the shorts and stuff somewhere online if you wanted to dig down into that rabbit hole. I love you guys too in chat. Thank you so much.
We're going to go wherever the questions take us. But that is absolutely fantastic. All right. Your very first question from chat this morning is from our dear wizardy friend, Mr. Zoda Zodicus, or Zoot.
Hey, Zoda.
He would like to know, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Pistachio almond from Baskin-Robbins specifically. That's my favorite ice cream.
Yuck.
Why yuck? Why yuck, Nori? Why yuck? Oh my God. Really? What? Okay, what's your favorite ice cream, Nori? What's your favorite ice cream? Care to elaborate? So I'm not just like in the dark here.
Okay, so the ice cream flavor comes up all the time, and everybody's like, "Well, what's your favorite?" I actually like Moose Tracks. That's mine. It's vanilla with a fudge ribbon through it and peanut butter cups all the way through it.
That sounds good. That sounds really good.
I'm not I say yuck to pistachio because I'm not a big fan of nuts in general. And especially pistachio. I don't like pistachio. So, yes, I'm going to say yuck to that.
Hey, everyone has their own tastes. Everyone has their own tastes. I'm not judging.
It's fine. It's fine.
To be fair, I'm not a huge nut person either, but I grew up on pistachios specifically because that was like what the healthy thing my mom had around. And if we were hungry, it was like, oh, we'll have some pistachios, And then it was my dad's favorite ice cream. And it was just like, all right. That's it. That's the ice cream. And the thing too, though, is it's not too overly pistachio-y either. It's more sweet with a hint of pistachio. So it's not like overpowering, and then it's got some like actual pistachios in it. And it's just like a nice salty to the sweet.
Yes, Run Rick. I don't like nuts, but I am the biggest nut you're going to find.
Yep. Agreed 100%. Yep.
But yeah, no, I personally, I just like, I have been dying. So usually I answer those questions a little less provocatively. I'm like, usually it's like, oh, I'm like, you like, okay, well, that's fine. I'm not a big fan of pistachio,
but-
which is normally to follow. I'm like, no, we're going to push the envelope here. Here you go.
Well, Nori, you and I too have a friendship outside of this, so it's totally okay. I don't care. This is our rapport anyways, so it's like
It's fine.
It's fine. It's totally fine. It's chef's kiss. You know? 100%. It's totally okay.
Your reaction was just was right on point. I'm like, yep, this thing get her go.
Yep.
Cassie Bear would like to know, what is your favorite go-to snack at the cinema?
Weirdly, it's a blue icy and Raisinets.
Yuck.
I hate you, Nori.
Right. So what I have learned so far in this particular Talk Tuesday is, I mean, you can't go to the theaters and share snacks. Like, that's a right out. Forget about it. Not going to happen.
Hold on. I lie. There's more to this. I also get nachos. Do not add the Raisinets to the nachos, but I usually get nachos, or I get pretzel bits that you can dip in like the cheese stuff. And then I share my husband's popcorn.
Popcorn is the standard fare. Like, I go to the cinema, that's what I get is popcorn. I like my popcorn. I've always liked my popcorn. You can have my popcorn when you pry it from my cold, dead hands.
My husband's very lovely, and he purposely gets a giant thing of it in case I'm still hungry after whatever I've gotten for the day. And will share it with me because he's very lovely and nice. And he doesn't usually like the same stuff I do when we go to the theater, obviously. So he's like, "Are you sure that's all you want?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat your popcorn anyways."
Yeah. You sure that's all you want? Yeah, that's all I want, because I'm just gonna come behind you and just scarf whatever you got anyways. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm a terrible wife.
We're used to this. It's par for the course. It's a normal thing. It's just a thing that happens.
Fucking love you, Nori. I love you so much. No, dude, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. You're just damn brilliant. You're so damn brilliant.
We get a little bit sassy out here. I'm
okay with the sass. I like sassy Nori. Sassy Nori's fun.
But
I mean, Nori in general is just a lot of fun. But sassy Nori has like that extra spark, you know?
This is a provocative one.
Ooh.
Carmine 2361 would like to know, what is your favorite color?
Purple.
And at that point, color. I'm waiting for the blue ka-chunk. Yeah, into the void of the death from Monty Python, right? I'm sorry, for those of you that don't get that movie reference, you'll have to go watch the movie.
Oh, it's so good.
Of course,
good.
Zoda's like, excellent choice. Of course, Zoda would like that one. That's his color too, right? Like, Zoda's like, aha, I am finding my people. Yes.
Yeah. Dude, Zoda, I love purple. Purple is my absolute favorite color. It is actually, though, ironically, followed by blue, because hence this character. You got your lavender colors, and then you got the pretty blue in there.
Right.
And it's funny, most of my characters are either purple or blue. For the D&Ders out there who know this character from our Toda games, Ellie is a purple dragon with blue scales. So, c'est la vie. You know. Say more. Oh, would you like me to dive into this? I can do this if you want. You want me to dive into this? I will.
I don't.
So,
It's entirely up to you. You want to dive into it? Let's unpack it. Let's go.
We'll wait till we'll wait till further into the stream a little bit more. I'll talk about it unless someone else provokes that question.
You've already pulled it up. We're gonna have to unpack this one now. You can't just make that and walk away.
Okay. So we thank you for like our to Nori very much. So I have a D&D game that is played every Thursday. It's called Tales of the Time March. It's played with the amazing Carmine 2361, Rambling Danny, the Crimson Assassin, and Hermaeus Rose. And we have our beautiful, wonderful, spectacular bard, who is one of the biggest inspirations to me of all time.
Now she's just blowing wind up your skirts, folks. Heads up.
I'm not. Guys, if you haven't, you need to hear his beautiful song or ask Nori to play his beautiful song for you. Or you can go over to YouTube on Tales of the Time March.
I would have no idea what you're talking about.
Time March Tales on YouTube if you want to hear Nori's incredibly beautiful song and brilliantly amazing intro to our D&D game. Holy shit. You know, guys, these players and, you know, Nori playing with us, it's so fun. I fucking love D&D, and like I'm so honored and thankful.
I am external. I don't play with you guys.
Yet.
Time is a painful thing, right? So unfortunately
it is.
Time sucks.
I know, dude. Time zones are the worst. Like we okay, so just to give you guys all perspective, this is an international D&D game, that plays every Thursday on stream. And we have players in South Africa. We have players in the UK. We have players on the East Coast. We have players on the West Coast. And then there's me in Hawaii. So I get up at I get up at 5 a.m. every Thursday to make sure that the game is ready by 6. And then we play until I think it's 9 my time. Yeah, I think it's 9 my time.
Something like that.
And like that is my stream for the day. After that, I work on more Toda stuff. Like there's a lot coming out for that. We have a head of merch. We have the Crimson Assassin, the head of merch. We've got Hermaeus Rose, who is our lovely head of animation. We've got Rambling Danny, who is doing director of socials. We have Carmine, who's assisting with admin stuff. And then we have Nori, who's our lovely bard, who makes all the music and does our recaps and he's making more stuff for us. And I'm just like, you know, like it's a thing.
That's all I do. I just do the recaps, and I do them very badly because apparently I let slip too much information in the last recap. Though I could have swore I heard something about that in the last episode when I was watching. It's the only reason why I even took note about it.
Oh no,
maybe
it's
I just
totally
misheard
okay.
things.
It's okay. I think too. You and I've also discussed what was happening in that episode that was coming up too, which might have happened, which might have been a thing. Yeah, they didn't know exactly what was going to happen in this episode yet. So that's why I had to be like, yo, I got to cut it. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
No, I'm not. I'm not upset at all.
Okay.
But you can cut where you need to. Let's see. But that has nothing to do with your color purple, which is I thought what we were unpacking here.
No, the color purple was because of like how my DM character here is purple. And though I brought Toda up because there's a character in Toda who is my original D&D game, who is my original D&D character, my first one I ever made, and her name is Ellie, and she's a dragonborn, and she's purple with blue with blue scales. And then you have this D&D character who is also purple. The last BG3 character I played had blue hair with purple highlights, and several more characters that I've made are also purple as well. And like, to be fair, also
fan of the color purple.
I I am. I'm sitting like I have this like really awesome Snuggie that I'm sitting in currently that is also a lavender purple. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm very happy with life. Purple is my everything. Purple is my everything. It is my favorite color on the planet.
Fantastic. Who's that? Oh, Shadow Reaper, Ricky. Hi, Ricky. First time chatter.
Ricky.
Welcome in. Let's see. Rambling Danny. Ooh, this one's going to prove to be an interesting one. Oh, we're going to be unpacking stuff for a while now on this one. I already know where this one's going to go.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. All right.
What's the question?
Rambling Danny would like to know, how did the idea of the Tota story come about? Was there a specific idea you came across? Dream, random idea? She wants to know the root details of Tota.
Oh, great question, Danny. So for Tota, I wanted to create a game where I had players that could be lost in time because there was so much potential behind the idea of being able to throw other people in the game, or if somebody in the main game had to leave, they just got lost in time and they could come back. There's a lot you can do with time travel, and I'm a huge science fiction nerd. Doctor Who is my jam. I had a Doctor Who theme wedding, and a lot of my life is dedicated to Doctor Who. And I wanted to do something that was fun, and also really like Sliders, which also played a part into how the Time March itself
that
works.
Was a good
but
series.
I didn't want to. It was, right? But I didn't want a TARDIS. I didn't want a box. I wanted the players to be able to go through time, and if they had to, they got stuck if they couldn't find the items that they needed to go to the next place. So like, while it's also them learning about themselves, they also have to find items to get to the next place in time, and each item normally has a specific meaning to it. But for the Time March, I was just like, what can I use that isn't like a spaceship or something tangible that they can get to and they don't know where they're going? So there is a professor who created the Time March and basically decided to send it's most of my, I think my players know most of the story. This professor, it's Professor Damtree, and they created this arch because they're Githyanki and they wanted to come to the material plane, and they made this arch because they wanted to see if mortals could actually like go through and if they could handle time travel, all the while not thinking of the ramifications of what could happen, because her whole spiel is if you can go through the arch and you can come back, I will give you anything, primarily one wish. So that's why they went in. And I have had one other group before the current group that I have played, but that was the inspiration behind it.
Well, it sounds like the prior group did not make it through the Time March.
No, they wound up playing it was a short session. It was more of a like test kind of thing. It took, I will say this though. So they went to the past, the present, and the future. Although them going to the past altered the present. So they went back to the present. And then when they went to the future, that new present altered their future as well. My favorite part of this is the future, because they wound up in like the Gargoyles times, like Disney's Gargoyles.
Right.
And it took them 45 minutes, and I kid you not, 45 minutes to figure out how to use an elevator. 45 minutes because they didn't know how the elevator worked. They needed a key card, and they started pressing buttons, and they're like, well, it's not letting us go up there. Well, do we need something to actually like go in front of this thing? I don't know. Do we need X, Y, and Z? It's just like, oh, God, it was really silly. It was really silly.
Okay, but
45
sometimes
minutes.
silly works though. Silly is
oh yeah, it was great.
It's a fantastic thing. silly
I
work.
wound up having to be like, guys, it's been 45 minutes. We need to progress the story. And the funny thing is one of them was from that time. One of them was from the present. And didn't explain it to them.
Like, ooh, I know how this works, but I'm not telling you.
Exactly. Nori, do you mind if we take a quick break so I can run to the bathroom really fast?
No, help yourself. Go for it.
All right.
I will sit here and entertain our fantastic guests. Unfortunately, I will not be able to answer any debates commentary, but we will be able to tell you
guys.
all about our fantastic. No, go for it. You're fine. Go.
All right. I'll be right back.
There's still a puzzle going on here that people are welcome to jump in on. Entertain me. Well, that's what we try to do around here. Is what we are trying to do as we bring you up to dates about all of the things that is the Fantastic Bates Vlogs. And if you are enjoying the series, let me tell you what, we have open slots on Talk Tuesday. The only requirement to being on a Talk Tuesday is you've had to stream at least once in the last year. And if this seems like a fun thing that you want to do, then send me a message. Let me know. We've got some openings, I think, out in November. So we would love to have you fill them slots. It's absolutely fantastic. Watching BaitStuber. What is BaitStuber doing? I can't. Oh. maybe we'll just we'll it'll be all right. It'll be all right. We'll put BaitStuber back up there when they get back. They're having a moment. What you don't know is that's what happens when VTuber goes to the bathroom, right? It's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly normal. My fault. I didn't give them their privacy. It's okay. Hi, Short Bud. Welcome in. But yes, no, Talk Tuesday thing we do here every Tuesday. We've been doing it now for actually the end of November marks a year. In fact, if you look at the schedule down there, we have a year calendar mark.
Woohoo!
Welcome back.
Thank you. Congrats on the year coming up.
Yeah, right. Exciting. I'm planning a year celebration. So,
yay!
We'll do a party
awesome.
on that Tuesday.
Yay!
So that's gonna be a good time.
All the love and congrats, and I mean it's awesome
Yeah.
too watching all of these amazing streamers come and talk to you and like.
We've had some
get to know
fantastic
them.
people to get to know, right? It's been
I know everyone has been so nice and wonderful, and their stories are so interesting. Like it's
Right?
so cool. I love listening to people's walks of life. It's just like so nice. It's absolutely so
Parmy
nice.
What is
Right?
a Parmy Carm? I don't understand what a Parmy Carm is.
I do not. Either.
AJ, I know AJ, but Parmy Carm, I'm like, where is that? I'm not seeing that name. That doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, is
I'm
that
not either.
Parmesan Carmen? I see. Okay. Carmine. Parmesan
got it.
Carmine. Not even
How did
here on
that-
Talk Tuesday.
I want to know how that came about, though. But Carmen, I need to ask you how this came about. Like, I fully need to ask you how this came about.
Yeah, apparently when you got up to go to the bathroom, your VTuber wigged out. We had to turn it off temporarily because it's like, you guys aren't supposed to see the magic behind what happens. That's VTuber private life. So I'm sorry, you can't see that. I'm
It
bad
likes to do
host.
its
I
head
forgot
go whoop. I thought, I was like, oh, there goes Bates' head. Because the same thing happens to Danny's VTuber too when she leaves the stage.
Ooh.
It's really funny. I have
Euphoria, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're
guys, if you-
enjoying the conversation so far.
You guys, if you aren't already following Nori, please do. He's an amazing streamer. We love him here.
We're having a good time. We're laughing.
We are indeed. I'm having a blast. This is great.
See? Everybody's like, I'm always so nervous for this. I'm like, what's to be nervous about? It's like streaming normally.
Nah.
You just have me in your ear talking. That's
Right?
like,
It's
that's it.
there's nothing to worry about. Absolutely
Right.
nothing to worry about. No, nothing.
Skywalker 101, or as more affectionately referred to around here, the fabulous Gem, would
Love
like to
Gem.
know, what video game world would you love to live in for a week?
BG3. Without hesitation, BG3.
I'm like, who didn't see that one coming? Like, I'm reading this off. I'm like, I already know where this one's going, right? Okay, so you're in BG3. Who are you chasing around? Are you being chased by Astarion, or are you chasing after Astarion? Astarion. Why can I not pronounce that name tonight?
It's all good. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I would personally like to be chased by Astarion, but I have a feeling I'm the one that's going to go after him. And I'm going to fail miserably. No, see, if I was stuck in the BG3 world for a week, I would love to go after Astarion, but more often than not, I would probably get Gale's attention more. And if I got Gale's attention and Astarion was like, nah, I'll be like, hey, Gale. Hi, bud. Like, Gale was my first love on the game. The first time I played, I absolutely fell in love with Gale. He's my type physically, and he's a romantic, and I'm just like, yes, please. I didn't think anything of Astarion the first time I played the game. I left him at camp more often than not because I had a bard who could lockpick really well, and at the time too, it was really bad luck if you brought Astarion to like Cazador's fight. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just leave Astarion at camp so I can fight Cazador so he doesn't get in trouble or get rescued, because it was really hard in the beginning. So, you know, like, and yes, Geeky Gale is definitely my type. I mean, like, I have the engineer he's my partner, and so yes, I would go for Geeky Gale any day. He's a little squishy, but in terms of, like, you know, AC, but like I still use him constantly. So, but yes, BG3 for sure. I would ultimately wind up with Gale, I'm sure, because Astarion would have no interest in this morally good person. Absolutely.
See, I told you, all of the spiciest conversations happen here on a Talk Tuesday.
I live for it. I'm living for it. Absolutely.
But yes, rambling to answer your question from earlier, yes, Zoot went Emperor. That was.
I've done that too.
That was the site. That was not a thing North was ready to walk into.
I've done that too. Not gonna deny that. Nope. Nope.
It's fine. It's fine. We've been having honestly so much fun with that game, with that playthrough.
Right.
Well, we've been doing
you
it
guys look
like
you're having a lot of fun.
We've been doing everything stupid in that, right? Like we have made some really poor decisions. We have made some really bad choices.
I need to do a stupid run.
I say we. I think the blame probably lies squarely on my shoulders, in that I've made some really poor decisions. but the guys have been
me.
The guys have been awfully nice not to rub it into my face all the time. So it's fine. It's fine. But we've been having a good time though. We've absolutely been having a blast at that.
It sounds like it. It sounds
Defcon
like it.
says Lazel was his first. See, I don't play the BG3 outside of our Sunday group, because I've been like trying to avoid any kind of extra information that would like color my choices for anything. Like, I don't even Google up best builds. Like, my current build is just like, oh, that looks interesting, I'll take that. Oh, that looks interesting, I'll take that.
Yep.
I'm playing this like exactly the same thing I did with my very first D&D campaign I ever played in. Hi, Dell. Welcome in.
Welcome in, my love. I'm with you, Nori. I do the same thing. I don't look up any of the builds. I look up for the relationships sometimes, which I'm finding out more often than not are not accurate, which makes me sad. But I don't look up builds. I don't look up how to do tactician stuff. I'm a very heavy RPGer personally for the game.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm with you.
So we've been we've been having a good time at it. It's definitely allowed for some rather interesting moments of gameplay.
That's how you do it.
I don't have the strength. My character doesn't have the strength naturally. The rogue Garrus in our group has been feeding me potions of Storm Giant and Cloud Giant strength. Like he goes, here's your potion for today. Dink. Good.
Do you ever go to the when you level up, because you can up your own strength too in your feats when you level up sometimes. So you could technically level up your strength yourself too if you wanted.
Yes, but only up to a point, because he's a high elf. He's a half elf high elf.
Oh,
right. So
that makes sense, yeah.
my strength is only going to go so high.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, if it wasn't for the potions, he wouldn't be nearly as used. But like we were in the sewers last night fighting, and who was that? The Russian guy. He sounds Russian, anyways.
Minsk.
Minsk, yeah. I grabbed him and threw him from the other side of the room into one of his colleagues. Knocked them both flat on the ground out cold.
Here's a fun fact. You'll appreciate this. So Minsk is actually voiced by Matthew Mercer.
There you go.
I don't know if you knew that or not, Nori.
No, I did not know. I don't know all of the voice actors behind the game. Honestly, because doing
Matt
this.
Mercer is in shit.
I know who Matt Mercer is.
Okay.
Like I know who he is. I don't recognize the voices, and again, I haven't looked up any more of the information on the game because I'm trying not to spoil anything like that. So
to be fair though, to Nori, I had no idea. It didn't sound like him until I like researching voice actors, and I was really curious to see who else voiced it, and I saw him in it, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? And I usually have a really good ear for this stuff, but Mercer's just so freaking it was either I looked it up or Dell told me actually, but I heard this and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And I kept trying to hear it as he talked, and all I can see is Minsk. I can't even see Mercer voicing Minsk. The range is just really, it's deeper for him than like, his normal voice.
Right.
And you're just like, I'm sorry, that's Mercer? Really? Like, really? That's him? So I was just surprised. We don't get a whole lot of character dialogue, mostly because of the way we play, but mostly because I think the game really expects you to have like some of these other 4 in your group running around. And so we've got an entire group of PCs. So there's definitely a different way the game lays out when you don't have these integral story characters with you. So we don't. There's a number of dialogue points that we don't get. We don't see. The game kind of blips over because so and so's not in the group, or this person's not around, or whatever. The Luhansk fight. I think it's Luhansk. Whatever. The guy who wanted Dame Eileen in the Magic Floors in Act 3. Yeah, we went into that fight. I hit him twice. He kicked back and damaged me with his whatever magic shield. And I'm like, okay, you know what, dude? I'm just tired of you. And I threw him off the over the balcony onto the second floor. Just grabbed him and like, here you go, yeet, go downstairs. Dude, leave me alone. Dude, I hate Lerokin. He is such an asshole. I hate him so much. Dude, the first time I played that though, I almost got stuck in the bottom.
Yeah.
I almost got stuck in the bottom because if you go to the bottom of his wizard's keep, he's got some good shit down there.
Yeah.
My game keeps glitching. So my game keeps glitching, and I couldn't jump onto the various floaty things that are down there.
Right.
And it was a struggle for real. Like the first time I played this game was a struggle. My game is just very corrupt, and I might have to just reinstall it, unfortunately. But I also it's so funny. So like the latest game that to go with you on that, I wound up the latest BG3 game I played with having to go to him. I was like, oh yeah, she's dead. So I basically told I basically told him, oh yeah, the chick's dead. And then I go back to camp and I tell her like, oh, he's looking for you. And she's like, I'm sorry, what? And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, well, let's go kill him. Okay, sure. You want him dead? Let's go kill the wizard. Fine. If it makes you feel better.
Pretty much what happened to us. One of the party decided to tell her about the fact that he was looking for her, and off she went. Mind you, it has been a thorn in our sides for our PvP events at the end of the evening, because I can't tell you how many times we've accidentally aggroed her, and she jumps in and she just starts. We're like, great, and none of these extra characters are past level 1. Like even Dame Elaine is like maybe 12, or not 12,
right.
but not high enough level that causes us any problems. So we end up smacking her down, and so she's like 1 hit point, rises back up, runs over, goes, ha ha, go away,
God.
whack. So it's just
That's amazing.
it just becomes this joke. We're busy trying to kill each other, running around, and Dame's running right behind us. I'm gonna get you. Stand back up next turn. I'm gonna get you. Would you go away?
Go shoot. No one likes you. Go away. Go away.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works out. It's pretty comical. The last time we were doing that, it turned out pretty funny, because they were doing more damage, incidental damage, just because they were annoying and taking up time to deal them. Mm-hmm. There was one time Serb's character was having. So Serb runs a rogue, and he's got like lots of movements, and so he's got lots of options for things to do. His way of dealing with me was to stick hold person on me. He went rummaged into his rucksack, grabbed out like, I don't know, 6 or 7 bottles of smoke powder bombs, set them up around me, run away, and then detonated those. And that was the way he took me out, because he couldn't do squat. I'm like, this is how this is going to be. Yep.
That's amazing.
Kaboom. I'm like, all right.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
Like, I know how I'm going to handle you. Here, eat this. I'm like, okay.
He did a barrel turgy on you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've done that a few times. The group gets we have some fun in that group.
Nice, very nice. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Cattiest Odin. There you go. Yeah. Or he has force conduit on his items, so his melee damage just wouldn't go through without slamming him into. Yeah. The shield I have has force conduit on it, so every time you're like, aha, tink, 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 0 damage. I'm like, yep. What are you gonna do?
Oh well. Oh well.
But yes, Cattiest Odin would like to know who in the Twitch community has inspired you the most.
Oh, that's you, Nori. That is 100% you. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on your stream. It is literally you, because honestly, without that song, like, it would not have become as much as we needed, it to be. Like, and like the fact that you have so much confidence in us and everybody, like you have this channel because you want to inspire people to go ahead and follow them and do. I mean, oh, what the hell? What?
Rambling Danny's comment, not you.
What'd she say?
10% Bates. It was the push we needed. Hang on, we got a raid coming in.
It's fine. 10%. It's only 10%. Nori, I'm sorry. You're my biggest inspiration, but it's only 10%.
That's right, 10%. It's fantastic. Welcome in, Sean Deveron, Tiff, and the rest of your fabulous community. Welcome in, welcome in. By the way, Sean Deveron and company is going to be our Talk Tuesday guest next week. Welcome in, Raiders. You are just in time for Bates Blogs as we are talking about and learning who in the Twitch community has inspired her the most. She seems to be mistakenly pointing the finger at me. We're trying to convince her otherwise, and Rambling Danny has suggested it's only 10%.
No, it's only 10% inspiration. Sorry, Nori.
Right. Just fine with me.
No, it is seriously, it is 100% you. Because after that, I feel like for me, it gave me a lot more confidence, not only in Toda, but with streaming as well. And I love being able to talk to you outside of stream too, because I love getting to know who you are. And it, for me, is also really inspiring to be like, you do all the things that you do, and it makes me want to push myself even more to be better for the friends and family that I've cultivated on here. So not just the song, but you yourself, has made me want to step up my game as a streamer too, and as a person.
Well,
so you're my inspiration. You are 100%.
But you didn't have to say that just because you're on the stream. I promise.
I'm not, dude. Fuck off. I am not saying that just because I'm on here. No. Bad Nori. No, I'm not just saying that. Like 100%. Like, the D&D group's growing because of the song. You brighten up so many people's streams, and like that's the mentality I want to have when I go on streams too, is I want to make sure everyone is feeling loved and happy and silly. And you have just this such brilliant warmth and laughter and fun about you, and like it's awe-inspiring, because that's the kind of person that I would like to become and get better.
We like, definitely do the silly.
Yeah, right. So like you are 100% my inspiration. And again, I am not, and I repeat, I am not just saying that because I'm on your channel. I'm not. I'm not spilling smoke. It's a no-brainer. It is an absolutely no-brainer.
That's one of Caddy's favorite questions to ask. You'd be surprised who we've learned about with that particular little question.
Oh, nice.
AMCOM, who came in, actually gets some of his inspiration from another friend of ours, though he never wants to admit it directly to him. His name is A Moments of Your Time, who's also a big Elden Ring streamer. He's from British, from the UK. He used to stream regularly. He doesn't stream so much anymore because life took a different path for him, and he got a real job. So we, instead of seeing him like every day, Monday through Friday, we might see him once a week at best.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from British.
I will say though too, Nori, like there's one other person.
Yeah, go
I have
for it.
two people who inspire me. The other one is DeVilligan, or Tom DeVille.
Right.
Because without him, and having met his community, I would not be streaming as much as I am. Because with the introduction to the Minkies, which is his community, I would not be here talking with you even today, because that community itself, his community, was what got me to break out of my shell a little bit more. And he's also he's a screenwriter like myself, and he too has just inspired me to want to be better for my community, and be better for my friends and the family that I'm creating on here as well. So like for me, the inspiration is streamers who can make me want to be a better person. And both you and him have definitely done that.
Well, I think it's important to always, take inspiration from sources that push you to be better. At the end of the day, I think we all deserve the chance to be better, to do better, to realize happiness, to be happy with who we are, to be able to live in your own skin. Like to be able to live in your own skin is really difficult in these days and age.
It really is.
So
it really is.
If a simple word will help make it easier to live in your skin today, then I'm happy to do so. I think anybody that does things like that that's sort of a thing, right?
Yeah, and like I said, you and him both have this really wonderful like encouragement and want to help people grow and become better, and like both of your communities are also just fucking lovely as hell, and you guys inspire those communities. And I mean, there's good people that come in there who want to be better for everybody else, who want to make everyone happy, who want, you know, like, and it's both of you guys who encourage us to be better people. And I admire the shit out of that. And like, that's the biggest inspiration I could ever get from anyone is I want to be better because these people are so good to their friends and family and their communities. I want to be that person. I want to be able to shine that light for people too. And I get inspired to do that from you and Tom.
I can't speak for Tom, but I will say it has been a pleasure and an honor. I'm certain if Tom is anything like what you have described, I am certain he'll probably have much the same to say.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really lovely individual, and like he goes out of his way to help his community if they need it, you know, and is such a powerful ally for everyone in like the LGBTQIA community plus community. And he's out there for the Minkies, you know, he's streaming for them. And, you know, like even his cameos are very heartfelt and personal. It's my husband got a cameo from him for my birthday, and I listened to it on my birthday. And then when he was streaming, I went and highlighted and was like, thank you so much for the wonderful cameo. It's my favorite cameo I've ever gotten. And they all wished me happy birthday on stream. And it was just, it was really touching. So like people who, like I said, you and Tom, who really care about your communities and want to give your whole hearts to everybody. That is what I admire. That is what inspires me. You know, that is what's important. And I'm so honored to know you, Nori. And unfortunately, I haven't had the pleasure to actually meet Tom yet myself. But, you know, like, I'm still very grateful to have the inspiration from him and keep wanting to be a better person because of him and you. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Like, for sure. Like, well, seriously.
Thank you.
You know?
No, all good. Ooh. Caddy, I don't think we're going to get to all of those, but Caddy would like to know what is your top 5 games? Like, I don't know that we're going to reach all 5. Unless you've got secrets hidden in there that I don't know about.
Like video games? Top 5 video games?
I'm assuming so, yes.
Okay.
Usually that's what that question revolves around.
Okay. It's Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm. I knew that one. Who didn't see that one coming?
Portal, Skyrim. What are my last 2? What's a game that I've played for endless hours and just absolutely got hung up on? Sims.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a tie between Crash Bandicoot and Spyro.
Spyro's a good game.
So those are my 5.
Oh, well, I'm surprised. There's she had 5 in the repertoire I didn't know about. I've seen you do Baldur's Gate. I've seen you do Stardew. I haven't seen you do Sims.
Yeah.
But
Sims is a lot of fun.
Phasmo is the other one. Like Stardew.
Yeah, duh. Phasmo. There's too many games. I'm sorry. There's too many damn games. Phasmo's in the top 3 for sure. Phasmo's in the top 3 for sure. I've been playing Phasmo. Fun fact, I only play Phasmo on VR. I have never played it on PC. I have never once played it on PC. It's always been VR each time.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
You know.
but a lot of people are astounded when I say that. They're like, "What? You started Phasmo on VR?" Yup.
Yeah. Well,
Yup.
okay. So a lot of times people. So we're going to go down this subject, right? So I used to be an ambulance. Like a lot of people who come to talk to say, so I've spoken about this before. Like I spent 9 years as a paramedic on the back of an ambulance. So
Oh shit.
I have dealt in high adrenaline situations where you're making like legitimate life and death decisions. You're panicking over
Right.
every thoughts and that sort of thing.
Yep.
So for me to get scared, for anything to startle me or surprise me or anything like that, it's got to be like it's got to be pretty hefty.
Right.
It's got to be something that's going to jump scares are about the only thing in horror games that get me. And it has to be a jump scare. If it's not, I'm just going to laugh about it because I'm like, okay, this is not really that scary. So first time I played Phasmo, everybody's like, oh, you're going to be terrified. It's Phasmo. It's a scary game. I laughed hysterically. I got in there and poked fun at the ghost the entire time. I'm like, what are you going to do? I can see you coming. You're not scary.
Dude, for me, like, because I've been playing Phasmo for 4 years.
And you have Zoda. He's like,
story.
I was going to say, well, so then you got Zoda. He's like, I've only played VR Phasmo once, and he stayed in the van the entire time. Have a good night, Ricky.
Night, Ricky. Sleep well, my friend.
But so that's the very difference in players. Like, so I find Phasmo not to be scary. However, Devourer, I did 4 of the 5 levels doesn't bother me so bad. The 5th level scares the pants off me. I scream like a little girl constantly. Freaking spider lady in that one, just whoa.
Oh, dude, that sounds absolutely. I've never played Devour, but that sounds absolutely terrifying. That sounds absolutely terrifying.
She jump scares because you have to either watch the floor the entire time, but if you watch the floor, then you miss the things that happen at eye level. So, and because she runs around at just below your eye level, you don't see her until she pops and grabs you. And so you're like, everything's fine. She's aggroed. I can hear her running around yelling, whatever, but everything's fine. And then blah, it's not fine. You're like, where did that come from? Oh, holy crap.
Shit. See, for me, like I started off, I've been playing Phasmo for 4 years. And the first 3 years that I played it, I was absolutely terrified. And then it wasn't until I started playing with Foxy, Red Fox Heritage, Rainbow Rin, and Arca. I don't remember what Arca's full screen name is. I'm so sorry. I wasn't okay with going into the house. So it's only been within the last few months even that I finally had the courage to just be like, I'll go in. And the thing too is VR, that's even more terrifying. I think, Nori, it might be scarier for you if you played in VR, because when you die, you get those creepy hands literally come across your face.
Yeah, they come across the screen, and that doesn't.
No, they come across the screen, but like in VR, it is literally covering your eyes.
I understand, but that's so here's the thing, right? You can when the ghost goes on the hunt to go kill you or whatnot, you can see it coming. Like if I can see it, it's right in front of me. I'm whatever.
Oh. Dude, Foxy had the ghost spawn on top of her, like legit spawn on top of her. Thankfully, it was a ghost event, but it was like on top of her.
Nice.
And then I had the ghost spawn on top of me and actually did indeed kill me, which was fun. I enjoyed that thoroughly. It's not nice.
There you go.
It's not nice.
No. Again, I'm not downing Phasmo. Phasmo is a good game for people that enjoy it, and if you enjoy it, absolutely enjoy
Top
the
3.
crap out of it.
Top 3.
It would probably
be
just not scary for me. That's all. I was going to say it's just not scary for me.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
And I mean, to each is his own. And I mean, honestly, I like more of the puzzle solving now that I'm less scared of it. Although I will say this, if you want to talk jump scares. So if I'm streaming this thing on VR and
I know
my chat's going because I can't. Jesus Christ. Just sorry, guys. And this is meant with love. Fuck all of you who scared me during VR. Just fuck you all. Because god damn it, if it doesn't scare me so much. And I know, Nora, you're one of those people who do the jump scares. I know you're one of them. I know you're one of them. Yes.
Would I do something like no?
Yes. Yes, the fuck you would. Yes, the fuck you would. You know you would. It is one of the most like it's so funny too, because I'll be playing with Foxy and all of a sudden everyone will just hear me scream and they're like, what happened, are you okay? Fucking chat just it's so like and then once y'all introduce that, the engineer now knows about it, so now he's all like, okay, I'm gonna scare the shit out of my partner while they're playing fucking Phasmo. And I'm just like, no.
Well, see,
and he does it on the constant now too.
I was going to say, he's actually got it easier, and he can elicit the more visceral reactions from you because all he has to do is just walk up and grab you.
Oh, he did that. He was doing that on Sunday. He was groping me. He just come up and just groping me. And I can't see, so he'll just like sneak up and he'll just grab my ass or my tit, and then there you go.
Yeah, yeah, that's a shock for your system.
It is indeed. It is indeed. And he's watching the actual game on Foxy's channel.
Right.
So like he'll just be like doing this, and then I'll be like, ah! Like it's really funny. It's really funny. Or the best one is he'll come up and he'll start growling in my ear. And I can't tell whether it's the game or him.
That's fantastic.
Yep. Yep. And then it'll
10
stop.
10 out of 10,
like,
engineer. I would do it absolutely again. Keep it up. We're here to promote this. Let's go.
Oh, I love it. It definitely makes for a more entertaining Phasmo day, for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Like totally. Oh my God.
Yes. Yes.
Right. It's a good time. It's a good time. And if you're having a good time, that's what counts, right? You know, that's what you like to see.
No, I love my Sunday Phasmo games. They are so much fun. We have it down to like a science now, which is really nice. And like, you know, it's a really super well balanced team, and everyone's just fucking lovely to play with. We call ourselves the Ghost Bitches instead of Ghost Hunters because it's an all female team of Phasmo hunters. Right. So it's just called the Ghost Bitches. We're derogatory to ourselves, you know.
As long as you're okay with it, that's all that matters, right?
I mean, hey, we are indeed. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. I can't wait for them to like roll out so you have like your own personal avatars instead of playing with those stupid 4 that you keep playing with.
Right.
Because then it's like, oh yeah, we're like finally ourselves in this game, and this is awesome, you know. Like I'm excited for that.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But apparently though the Phasmo team wound up losing their like servers caught fire or something, or the building that they were in caught fire. Yeah, so like they had this like huge update planned, and they couldn't go through with the update because because their resources were on fire and they were in the process of moving. So hey, it really sucks for them. I felt really bad for the devs.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing when it happens. It's never pleasant.
Oh my God, hopefully. Euphoria. That's an awesome name. Sorry, Euphoria was like, petition to rename to Ghosts and Hoes. Oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, I have to let Foxy know this like really quick because this is great. Yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
Because I think Foxy went to bed. It's like 12:30.
It's probably pretty late for them at this point. It's fine.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do. It's all.
Sorry, I'm good. Oh my
Told you. I told you.
I know. It was inevitable. We were talking about this before stream.
I warned you that was going to come up. All right. Let's see. Cassie Bear would like to know, are you a fan of rabbit holes?
Depends on the rabbit hole. Depends on the rabbit hole. Because if it's an Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole, sure, it can lead me to anywhere I want to go. But at the same time, it can be a detrimental rabbit hole too. You could wind up just jumping into the pit where the rabbit is in Monty Python, and just get smashed and eaten. So it depends on the rabbit hole.
You don't get smashed and eaten. If you jumped into the hole with the rabbit from Monty Python, it just rips your head off. It rips your head off.
Oh yeah. I just go
back and walk back, watch that scene, jumps up and grabs at your neck and just like candles right around your head.
You're right. You're right. He does decapitate. You're right. He does decapitate. Sorry, it's been a hot minute since I've seen it.
Totally not awake at 1:30. Danny, you should be going to bed.
Danny, do you have work tomorrow? Because if you don't have work tomorrow, by all means, stay up.
That's all right. Well, it's just fine, right? Let's see. Cadius Odin would like to know if you read books / comics, what was your favorite book and or comic?
Ooh, okay. So my favorite, I'm going to do this separately. So my favorite book of all time is Howl's Moving Castle. I love Howl's Moving Castle, the book. It is my favorite trilogy. The second book is very cringe now, so it's harder for me to read just because of the time period it was written and how she discussed certain types of people, I'll say. But the first and the third book are just chef's kiss. But Howl's Moving Castle is my favorite book of all time. I've read that book at least 20 times. At least. It is absolutely 100% my favorite book of the world. And then my favorite comic is actually a manga called Tenchi Janai. And it's about... I know
which one you're talking about.
Do you? Not many people know about Tenchi Janai. Not many people know about it. Tenchi Janai, for those of you who don't know, is about a girl who goes to a private school, wants to remain quiet and keep to herself the entire time, and later finds out that her roommate is a boy in drag, trying to be an actress to support his father who's in a coma. And it is my favorite manga series. It is my absolute favorite manga series. And it makes me so happy. I want to go back and reread it now after this, but I have TOTA stuff I got to work on. Maybe I'll do that later today. I'll just sit outside and just take the stack of books and read, because we have this lovely little nook that we made outside, because we live in so in Hawaii they're called monster houses, where it's like this giant fuck off house, and it's like, so it's like in a residential area. It's technically a giant fuck off house, but it does have like units inside. Right. And so ours is in the back, and we have a little table and chairs that are just out back, and it's the most, like, there's no particular view that you'll actually, technically you can see Diamond Head from where I live, so it's like a giant inactive volcano from where I live. I can see it, but it's just nice sitting out there at the table, and just there's some kind of serene about it that's great. Sometimes you hear the neighbors singing karaoke. It's wonderful. But, yeah.
It sounds fantastic.
Right? So happy little sitting reading nook. But yeah, Tenchi Janai is definitely my favorite comic or manga. If you want to go comics, it's Teen Titans. Not the old school Teen Titans, the ones from like the early 2000s. That came out. That is my favorite comic.
Oh, you like the updated ones? I see.
Well, actually, I have a hardback trade of the original Teen Titans. It's first edition and is probably worth some money at some point.
Nice.
As well. Yeah.
That's absolutely fantastic, right? That's a
Yeah,
treasure.
I mean,
you know, that's like treasure.
I've read it too. I've read it too. Because I had to open it. I had to read it because I really love Teen Titans. I love OG Teen Titans, like 60s Teen Titans too, and wanted to see what it was about. Didn't realize that it was like a collector's item at all. Just wanted to read it. And so it's opened, but I'm very careful with it. It's such a good book too. Ugh. Like, if you want to ask me anything about Teen Titans, I can freaking answer that shit for you. And then it's like when the characters cross universes, I'm like, that's Slade. Oh god, what are we watching that has Slade in it right now? Oh, we were watching Superman the anime one that's on HBO, right. And I was like, oh my god, Slade's in this. Like, what? And it's a totally different version of Slade. This is so interesting. Although I can't stand Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans Go breaks my heart. It's been on for over 10 years, and I still can't believe it's on the air. It makes fun of itself sometimes, too. But nothing tops OG cartoon Teen Titans, and it's such a freaking travesty that they made it a very, very children's show. The first episode of Teen Titans Go is about a damn sandwich. It's about Robin finding ingredients for a damn sandwich, and it broke my heart, and I couldn't even watch past the first one. It broke my heart so much.
I saw that when it came out, and I'm like, "There's
Me
no,
too.
No."
Yep. I saw it when it came out too. I was like,
so wrong.
Nope. And I mean, there's clever episodes peppered in that are like, oh, we're gonna do this meta shit, or but I can't watch the series. I can't
Lady
watch
Teddy,
it.
you are exactly right. The original cartoon had a ton of really excellent episodes. We're so good.
They did. And you were still getting the message across. I don't know if it was like scaring children or whatever, but like that was what kids need to watch. Like that's what's up. Like that's what it's for, is to like teach kids that like these really big life lessons without cartoonifying shit. Granted, I love animation. Animation's my favorite, but you can have really smart and clever animation and not have it look like a 5-year-old drew it.
Yes.
And that's no offense. That's no offense to the animators. It's no offense to the animators. It is just not my style. I just don't like that animation style. It's very childish to me. Sorry.
There's nothing to apologize for. It's just fine. For me growing up, my comic books were Spider-Man. But not just any.
I have a couple Spider-Man too.
I lived off in Spectacular Spider-Man.
I have Spectacular Spider-Man too. I have 2 trades of it. Yep, Spectacular Spider-Man was the shit.
But beyond Spectacular Spider-Man, I was going to say, even beyond the Spectacular Spider-Man, my all-time favorite comic book hero. I love Spider-Man. My very first superhero I ever got into. Huge Spider-Man fan. Bar none, my favorite Marvel comics, or because I was always a big Marvel comics guy. My favorite one would be The Watcher.
Oh, that's
always
a good one.
had some phenomenal comic books, and I always felt bad for the guy, right? Because all he can do is just watch.
Yep.
And watch the occurrences that happen by making these little minor changes in the way of the world, and you're like, oh well, we did it this way, and now look what happens. And it's always just a fascinating, absolutely fascinating.
Oh, I know. I love The Watcher too. I think there's like the fact that you can watch all of Space and Time and you can finagle it a wee bit, but you can't actually control it is a really interesting ideology.
Anytime, Del, I would pay money for a picture of your comic closet.
Yes, please. Yes, please, Del. Yes, please. Oh, Del, I will show you my manga collection in response, because I have over 300 plus volumes of manga. And then I have I think over 100 volumes, anywhere between 150 to 200 volumes of comics, I think. I have a collector since I was a teen.
Yeah.
But I'm with you, Nori. Spider-Man is my favorite. absolute favorite Marvel hero. That and X-Men. Those are my two jams for Marvel. I have like the collection. I have the first two editions of trades. They're paperback, but I have two first and second edition trades of Spectacular Spider-Man, and
that's fantastic.
Right, and for me, my Spider-Man, like the thing that made me love Spider-Man was actually the '90s cartoon of Spider-Man. I fucking loved it. It was my jam. I loved the characters. I loved everything about it. I'm so pissed off where that series left off because they were just about to go into the multiverse with Madam Web, and I'm just like,
yeah,
really?
Honestly,
really?
I was not okay. So I lived through the Secret Wars, right? So when they brought in the Spider-Man multiverse, I was kind of like, okay, we're rehashing the Secret Wars again, because literally that's what it did. Or the Infinity Gauntlet Wars, again, same thing. And yeah, how many comic books I read over the Infinity Gauntlet series that was literally like multiple versions of the same across multiple dimensions. Like, holy. Like the Infinity Gauntlet series really just turned the MCU up on its head.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I haven't see the only ones that like I've read that are old comics. My mom was an avid. Going back to you really quick, Del. My mom also collected comic books, and they were moving to Canada, so she gave me all the books that she didn't want. And I was like, I'm okay with this. And there's some Doctor Strange in there, and it's OG Doctor Strange, and they're single issue trade. They're like single issues. And I'm like, oh yes, I am so happy right now.
I can imagine.
Because it's like OG Doctor Strange. Yep. I love Doctor Strange too for that reason. Like because of the whole portals and different time stuff, like different realities. That's another reason why the Time March is the way it is just because I love the whole ideology that we're not alone in like time and space, but there could be potentially us in different ways of life, you know? Well, it's just interesting to think about.
I mean, if you subscribe to the whole multiverse theory, right? And there's actually schools of physics that argue the potentialities of the multiverse and quantification of how the multiverse exists. Their current theory revolves around the fact that every choice actually creates its own splintered multiverse, and that's not. Oh, yeah. But the problem here is that it's not just. Most people will go, oh, it's a multiverse, and it's only like 1 or 2 or like 6 or 14 or whatnot. And it's actually, if you look at the way this works, it's actually so much more Infinity-esque than just that much.
Yeah.
Because it's not just every choice that Bates makes. It's every choice that Bates makes, every choice that Nori makes, every choice that Eliknor makes, every choice that Defcom, Rambling Danny, Starry Dell.
Yep.
Like we're all currently going through our day-to-day lives, and we're literally time hopping from one set of multi-dimensions to another one. Like we live our entire lives going from multi-dimensions to multi-dimensional space. Which then plays into this whole theory of, okay, well, then if that's the case, then how do we know what information within our physical universe is the same? Which is why we have the laws of physics and everything else that kind of attempt to quantify and stabilize our views and perceptions on reality. And it really gets super heady.
I'm gonna play super devil's advocate here because this is the one and only conspiracy theory I will attribute to anything. Then you have the Mandela effect. You have people remembering certain things being a certain way. And is it actually there's silly hypotheses that two multiverses melded together kind of thing. And the only reason I even remotely go into this is because one of the biggest quote unquote effects of the Mandela effect is the Berenstain Bears. And when I was a kid, I ran up to like this bookshelf that had, or this, one of those spinny things that has all the books on it. I ran up to it and I'm like, Mom, look, that's the Berenstain Bear books. And my mom's like, no, Bates, it's Berenstein. They're Jewish. And then years later, I saw Berenstain, and I was like, I know that's not right. I know that is not right. Like I that is a core memory that I never forgot because my mom corrected me on how to say it. And then I've gone back to my mom too and been like, hey, do you remember this? And she's like, no, that never happened. And I'm like, no, I know that happened.
Right.
Because I never missaid their name again. You know?
Well, it's
so
there's nothing saying that just because you have divergent multidimensional spaces that they don't re-merge periodically. So like there's nothing in the maths for the multiverse within the physics quantum thing that doesn't actually preclude the fact of that some of these worlds come back together. So I mean, it's entirely possible that a series of events have brought you back in line with another one where you have a memory like this.
Yeah. I'm not above it. I'm not
above it
I
either.
thoroughly believe it.
I think it goes a long way to explain things like deja vu. Because that's a very common thing that people experience all the time.
Yep.
But again, all of these are just speculations and theories without
obviously,
any further proof. It doesn't go any further than that.
Yeah. But it's fun to think about.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Absolutely.
You know,
it is exactly one of those like fun little thought episodes that you just deja vu is computers adjusting the matrix in a small way. Yeah.
Yep. One of my favorite ideologies too of the multiverse is like when we go to sleep, it's not we dream the multiverse. We dream of us in the different realities. And I mean, I'm sure there are, dreams that do come into play where they are just pure anxiety dreams or whatever. But I think it's really cool being able to even just fantasize per se that you could be dreaming your other realities. And which is why sometimes like lucid dreaming is doesn't work or bad things can happen is because you're altering another timeline, because you're in yourself in another place altering it. So again, fun thoughts. This is why I write. This is why I write. This is why I write. This is what I do. What I do.
Well, this is why we have a Talk Tuesdays, is because we can have these conversations where you're just kind of like, oh yeah, well it could be like this or like that, and we go off on tangents and rabbit holes and we have a good time at it.
See, but they're fun rabbit holes.
yeah. See, there you go. So the answer to the question from earlier, she does like rabbit holes. These tangent rabbit holes are great rabbit holes.
Yes.
Let's see. Katia says, further on the Twitch community question, who in this community okay, I think we already covered that one, Caddy.
What was it?
Nope. We've already covered that one because you did it. You thoroughly covered that one from end to end on that one. Basically, what they were asking is who specifically in this community inspired you the most.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, we definitely covered that one end to end.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I will put the check in the mail to you later on for the royalties for plugging my name. It's fine. Well, make sure you get your royalty check for that. Good job.
Yep. Can you make it out to cash? Is that okay?
Yeah. Sure. It's fine. Right? Yeah, we can do that. It's okay. So there's a couple of running gags like that floats around here. One of those you'll hear talk about is long range bran muffin oil. Long range bran muffin oil is a joke. I was originally introduced to it via Swift Squirrel and her community. She has a friend who's literally named Long Range Muffin. And
Nice.
so long range muffin oil is this miracle cure all that does everything. And so I will occasionally drop into a Swift Squirrel stream and do a commercial break. And it's like usually starts out with now for a
Nice.
commercial break. And it's always cast in like those old like 60s or 70s where it's like, does your washing machine not run quite right anymore? Do you have little whatever, just like it's a series of really stupid questions
Yeah.
up front. And then we pitch long range brand muffin oil and how it will fix that problem. Plus, it's still safe enough to use in your day-to-day cooking, and it will make certain that your buns are plump and ready to go. It'll give a nice rise to your. It's the miracle. It's this miracle oil that does everything, right? So long range brand
That's
muffin oil.
amazing.
Just remember, anything else is
Yes.
just soil.
That's amazing.
And
That's
so,
amazing.
so we have these little back and forths like that where I'll drop them in there and we'll plug it for whatever happens to be currently going on in the stream. And then we always make certain that we talk about the bun rise in there just because it makes Squirrel laugh because she's like, every time I do one of these commercials, I have to talk about rising buns.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So
That is
it's just-
hilarious.
It's a fun little thing. But yeah, so every time I drop one of those in there, long range is like, don't worry, Nori, your check's in the mail.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
the official marketing director for long range brand muffin oil.
Oh my God. Yes. That is amazing. That is
So-
absolutely amazing. Yes.
It's kind of
Yes.
it's kind of one of those things that happens around here. So if you get a long range brand, and we've snuck long range brand muffin oil into other streamers' chats.
Oh my God. Can that be the official sponsor of Toda?
We'll have to ask long range brand muffin oil about that. But yeah, I have snuck long range brand muffin oil commercials into other streamers' chats just because it's funny.
That's amazing.
Just like we have snuck in pages from Jem's Journal over in some others. Like I mix and match these things around just to because everybody loves a good joke, and it's always interesting when you bring in these things that are regular occurrences on one person's stream, and you sneak it into somebody else's, and then they're like, "What am I reading?" And they're like, "Oh, I need to know more about this." And they're like, "I gotta go." And next thing you know, they're showing up over at the other stream. Like I need more.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yes. Oh my God. That's
it's
hilarious.
so
I
much
love
fun.
that. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Oh my God.
It's
That
a
is
lot of fun.
Absolutely brilliant. Oh my God. That's absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely a lot of fun. So yes, so
But yeah.
if you hear about a long range brand muffin oil, now you know where it's from.
Now I know. Oh, that's so cool. Yay.
We may be entitled to
That's fabulous.
compensation. Hey, Bunny, welcome in.
Hey, bunny. Oh,
DEFCON
awesome.
01 has a personality test for you.
oh gosh.
Pineapple
Okay.
on pizza.
Pineapple on pizza. Yes. I mean, like, honestly, that was the only way that I ate pineapple for a really long time because I hated pineapple until I moved to Hawaii. Like, Hawaii pineapple is brilliant. Everywhere else, it just sucks unless it's on pizza.
Okay, so you are one of those fortunate people like myself to have gotten pineapple fresh off the tree, right?
Yes. Yes.
A lot of people don't
It's so
understand the difference between fresh pineapple and pineapple that comes out of the can or the pineapple you buy in the store.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
There's
people,
a huge difference. There's a
miles
huge
different.
difference.
You get that
Huge,
pineapple
huge
fresh off the
difference.
tree. Chop it, skin it. It is juicy. It is
so
tangy. It is sweet. It has a bite that bites you. Like the pineapple actually
mean,
bites
dude,
you in
the
the
Dole
back of the
plant is-
throat. It is.
Dude, the Dole plant is literally an hour from where I live. So Like the Dole Plantation is literally an hour from where I live. Dude, I had one of the best experiences going there. I had to pick up something for a job that I had there, that I had, and I was gonna get myself some ice cream because I was having a bad day, and the woman who I got it from, who worked there, was like, "Oh, here, go ahead." She just gave me a freaking thing of ice cream, and I was like, "Oh, really?" She's like, "Oh yeah, here you go." And it was busy, it was packed, but she made time to go back there and personally gave me a quick, I skipped the line and everything, and just gave me ice cream. And it was the most nice thing anyone ever has done. Well, one of the nicest things that anyone's ever done for me. And I was just like, that's so sweet. She was, I wish I remembered her name, but she was such a lovely person, and it was very, very nice of her after having a bad day and getting that fucking sweet Dole ice cream. Jesus. Like, fuck me. Oh my God. Yeah. Like, it's so good. So good. And like the thing too is, like, if you like, okay, so I have a Safeway like really close, like in walking distance from where I live. And you can go over there and just buy the pineapple, and it's not like what you would normally get at a Safeway, pineapple wise, if you live like on the mainland. Here, it's the fucking genuine article, and it's delicious as fuck. It is juicy. It is tangy. It is very acidic. It is like you were saying, it is like perfect. It is absolutely like,
and that pineapple I will throw on my pizza any day of the week. That is good pineapple on your pizza. Mm-hmm. If you're eating pineapple on, if you go here in the States and you get pineapple on your pizza, you are getting pineapple out of the can. It is just sugar, and it sucks. I'm sorry. Yep. It is wrong. For those of you who hate pineapple on pizza, I understand, because you're just eating sugar.
It's an enzyme. Oh, that's cool, Def. It's not actually acid. It's an enzyme in the pineapple that is dissolving your tissue. So it's literally acid?
Yeah. You get it fresh.
Nice. Yep. That's so good. I love, like, I hate pineapple in the States. Like, could not eat it. Like, my dad would put it in curry and stuff growing up, and I couldn't stand it. I would always like leave it out because it's the canned stuff. It's not good.
It's just sugar. It's just not. That's all it is. Just sugar.
I can eat the canned shit on pizza because like it was cooked or baked, and I couldn't taste it as much because I think a lot of the sugar probably like comes like bakes off, or whatever. But like that's how I could only eat pineapple on pizza growing up. And that's the only time I would ever eat pineapple, was when it was on pizza growing up. But here, I don't mind eating it. It is the best thing I've ever eaten in my entire life, and I'm very happy to be living in Hawaii right now. Like, it's so good. It is so good.
It is.
So good.
Good pineapple is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
It is really good stuff. And even so like, even if I go down to the grocery store here, we can buy a whole quote fresh pineapples. It's not the same.
No.
By the time you get that pineapple, it's had time to sit there and age. The acid in the pineapple has turned to sugar. It is not the same animal. Yes, it still has a bit of the bite to it and everything else. It's not the same. I'm telling you.
It's not.
Go
even
to the island.
Texture's different.
Yeah.
Well,
it is.
Some of the they also have because there's two main places in the world that actually do pineapple, and it's Hawaii, and I think it's Taiwan. I could be wrong, but I know there's like one other place that does it too, and the pineapples aren't nearly as good as the ones in Hawaii. And those ones we had them in Puerto Rico. They were
fantastic, but we don't.
Oh,
pineapples is not an export out of Puerto Rico, so
right. It like it is here, and
barbecue chicken pizza.
I like barbecue chicken pizza. That's really good. It's tasty.
It's not bad.
If I want a good pizza, like, and I'm just feeling like something kind of different, I'll go for it. Totally will. Totally go for it.
It's not bad.
I'm not picky. I'm like not a picky person at all. Not a picky person. Rose, same here. Same here.
I hate to break it to you, but this is a typical conversation that happens like food gets brought up and we start talking about food.
Yep.
And usually what ends up happening is then I get talking about my obsession with sugar cane, because I used to eat that stuff raw in Puerto Rico when I used to
I'm
live down there.
jealous. I'm jealous. I always
my
wanted to try
grandfather-
to like eat sugar cane, just like raw
Yeah.
like that. Like seriously,
My-
like ever since
well-
I learned about it on Sesame Street as a kid,
Mhm.
yes, I've wanted to try to eat it.
Yeah. My grandfather had a farm out back. So we would literally go out and just machete chop down the sugar cane stalk
Oh.
and eat it fresh. It is.
Jealous. Oh, I am so jealous. I am so jealous.
a
That
normal
sounds
part of life.
amazing.
Oh, it was
Holy
good.
shit. Holy shit. There's a sorry, because Danny was saying sugarcane juice freshly squeezed with lemon and ice.
Oh, yes.
There's a
good
very
stuff.
There's a very silly tradition from the state that I'm from. And they sell this at the fair, where you take you cut a lemon in half, and then you
Mm-hmm.
put a peppermint stick in the middle of it, and then you drink the lemon juice from the peppermint stick. It's actually really good. But
I don't
like
think I've had that.
it's really good. Just like you don't want like a candy cane. You actually like want like a thick peppermint stick,
Right.
and put it in the middle of the lemon and you drink it. Bunny, I think you know what I'm talking about. Because Bunny is actually from or lives currently in the same state that I did. Same area too. It was really weird. Because universe, hi.
Hi. Right.
But yeah, but it's similar vein, I feel like. But dude, like sugarcane juice sounds amazing.
Oh, it's. I still reminisce about it all the time. I've gone to I get so disgusted because I'll go to the store and they'll be like, look, sugar cane, and it's in this plastic wrapped thing, and I'm like, that's just so wrong.
Aw.
It is gut wrenching.
Aw.
Yes, if you eat it fresh, well, it works really well because it kind of brushes your teeth. It's a very sandpapery sort of thing. Like
the
eating
lemon thing
toothpicks.
the lemon thing is weird, but it's really good. I don't know what it is about it. I highly recommend to try if you like peppermint and lemon. I don't know why it works, but like the acidity from the lemon itself actually melts the peppermint while you're drinking it.
You know,
It's a weird thing from my state. It's a weird thing from my state. If you go to the state fair specifically, they have it.
if it works, right?
Yeah. I know it sounds gross to some people, but it's actually like it's really good.
I've had worse. I've definitely had worse. I grew up military, so I've lived all up
Yeah.
and down the East Coast in various different areas, and so definitely have had my fill of some very interesting concoctions.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm 100% sure.
DEFCON would also
The
like to
East
know
Coast is-
steak or fish. Since we're
Fish.
talking about food, we'll just go ahead and cover that one. We'll get that
Yeah,
one stuck in
fish.
there too, right?
Fish. Yep. I'm not a huge steak person. I love my sushi. I love any cooked fish. I will eat steak when I have to. I grew up with a dad who thought he knew how to barbecue. No, I didn't have a good steak until no. You could grill
Yeah,
for
but-
shit.
You gotta be careful. Barbecue is fighting words in some parts of the East Coast.
Oh, I know, but he couldn't barbecue for shit. He couldn't. My dad is a very stuck up man who has a very particular palate and always made steaks well done. And it wasn't
no.
until my high school boyfriend who made me filet mignon because he was in the culinary department at the school because I went to a magnet school and they had culinary. That was the first time I ever had a real nice cut of beef. That was the first time, and it was the best steak I've ever eaten since. Like, fuck, that was the best filet mignon I have ever eaten in my entire life. and nothing will ever change that. And then since then, I still haven't had anything better since. So it's definitely fish for me.
Interesting. Absolutely fantastic. We have a disguised rambling Danny. They're apparently wearing a fake mustache, so we'll give the question a slightly different air of talking. So the fake rambling Danny says, "So what are your plans for the BBEG for Tota?"
That is none of your business, fake rambling Danny. Dambling Randy is her evil twin. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my
the
God.
evil twin, the Dambling Rani.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a good one. Oh my god.
This joke's been brought to you by Euphoria.
Euphoria, that was great. That was absolutely spot on, stupendous. Thank you. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is going to be a thing. This is definitely going to be a thing now.
Is also a fellow author.
Oh, Alec, I would love to pick your brain sometime for story stuff. I'm a writer by trade too, and this actually just gave me ideas for D&D. So thank you for that. To the behest of my players. So literally writing this down as we speak. Literally writing this down as we speak.
Yes, we have secrets now.
Yes.
Kirby.
Which is Jem's favorite
I love
thing.
Dambling Randy though. God damn.
Yeah, that's freaking epic.
That, oh my god. This is just brilliant.
You know?
Oh my god. Sorry, I had to write it down.
No,
Had to
you're just
write
fine.
evil secret ideas down. Oh, that's a good one.
Inspiration comes from
pretentious.
anywhere.
Sorry, Rose is like, not pretentious. Not pretentious. No, thank you, Rose. That actually did make another really good idea. Thanks. I appreciate you. I appreciate you greatly. Thanks for the idea. Thanks, Rose.
Brilliant. We
No,
are
seriously?
watching the unraveling of the Time Art sales right now.
Yes, you are. And it's really hard not dictating what I'm writing because that's how I write usually is I like sometimes like make sure if I'm quickly writing a note, I say it out loud. I can't do that here.
You know, sometimes it's just the way it works.
Oh my God. I just figured out the big boss for this season. Thanks. Thanks, Rose. Thanks. Thanks, Rose.
Fantastic. Right, we're here for this. This is good stuff. I hope you guys are
Found the Big Baddie
enjoying.
for season 1. Thank you. I've been trying to rack my brain for who that big or what that big baddie is at the end of season 1. And thanks, Rose. I appreciate you very much for giving me that answer. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh my God, Bunny's response. You guys walked into your own graves. Danny's response. Takes off mustache. It's me. There's no evil twin. Oh, Rose. Rose and Danny. Thank you guys for giving me the end of season 1. I appreciate you so much. Just so much. So much. No, it's in stone now. It's in stone. For sure. And it's going to leave you guys gagging. For sure. For sure. Damage is very much done. Yep. Yep. I now know who the big baddie is, and I know who the savior is at the end of this season as well. So. Oh, poor Demeter.
It's fantastic, right?
God. Oh God. Thank you guys for the inspiration. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're happy
It's
to
gonna be
help.
great.
That's what we live for to do around here, right? Inspire.
Right. Exactly. We go and we help each other out. For sure. That actually might be what I do after this.
Ooh,
Sorry, go
that
ahead.
may be a good idea. Sean Deveron would like to know, what is your favorite Mandela effect?
It's definitely, I think, just because of the personal thing, I think it's the Bernstein Bear one, followed by Fruit of the Loom. Because goddamn it, that damn loom existed. That loom existed. It did. So those two are my favorites.
Yeah,
sure.
he commented earlier that he likes the Fruit of the Loom as well. So
Yeah, the Fruit of the Loom
you're-
that's my favorite. That's one of my favorites too.
I think you're in pretty safe company there.
Crimmy, I'm just trying to do the puzzle.
It's fantastic.
Oh, it's so glorious.
I put down the piece and then somebody runs off with it. I'm like, would you stop taking my piece? That's mine. I had it.
How much you want to bet it's Danny or Crimmy
I don't know.
or Rose? I wouldn't be surprised.
It was Mickey. Yeah, Mickey's grabbed one and ran off a couple of times too.
It totally was Ranny. It was totally Ranny. Ranny totally did. Oh my
it's
God,
fantastic.
that's amazing.
It's a good time. You know, it's fine. It's what we live for. It's what we're here for.
That's amazing. Yes.
At least when no one's backseat puzzling.
People told you where to put the pieces? Really?
No.
Like-
I don't think I've
okay.
had anybody come in and tell me where to put the pieces.
Oh.
And even if they did, I don't think I'm paying. Let's be fair. I'm doing my very best to keep track of what's going on in chat, as well as keep track of the questions coming in and everything else that I probably don't pay near as close enough attention to chat during Talk Tuesdays as I probably should. But it's all right. Must depart. This has been fun. Well, thank you
Oh,
for
love you,
coming
buddy.
out.
Thank you for stopping by,
Bunny?
Lovey. Thank you so much. All the love.
Good luck. Have fun. We'll see you on the next one.
Yep, love you, Bunny. Love you so much, my love.
Now, offered to put the pieces somewhere awkward at one point. You know, Eleanor, I have seen people take the pieces and, you know, do things really mean where they just run off with the piece of the puzzle and stick it way out in the middle of BFE so that nobody else can find the piece. And then they're like, we're missing one piece. Where's it at?
I feel like that's on point. I feel like that's on point. Nori, I would not put it past you to have done that. I would not put it past you to do it.
That's a Zoda original maneuver.
Oh, nice. Way to go, Zoda. all the love, dude. Seriously. Dude, Zoda got me on Minecraft. Oh my God. Like,
oh,
yeah. Remember, I think I told you, like, it was me, Crimmy, and Carmine, and there's a little floating sprite, and we had no idea what it was, and it was throwing things at us. I was trying to catch it, but it was Zoda.
you know, things get a little chaotic.
Swift, yes. Me, Crimmy, and Carmine did have a Zoda adventure, and it was awesome.
No. Oh, no.
Zoda gave us
not,
but
you have
but
not
Zoda
had a
gave us
Zoda
a treasure
adventure.
hunt. But
You have not had a
he gave us
Zoda
a-
adventure.
Okay. Oh, was
So,
it Dote?
okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I lied. It was Dote. I apologize. It was
So
Dote, not Zoda.
Zoda adventure is a very specific thing, right? That there's a reason why there's a Zoda adventure with the TM that Swift Squirrel put in there, because these are very much so
Oh.
a trademark thing. Zoda
Okay.
adventures were coined back in season 1 when me and Zoda, when I first met Zoda and he showed up on the server to come play with us. When you go on a Zoda adventure, you go somewhere. There's no telling where you're going to go. You're going
nice.
on an adventure. And so you take off and you go in a random direction because you're looking for something specific or something that only
I
Zoda
want
knows
to go on
about.
a Zoda adventure. I want to go on a Zoda
And
adventure. That sounds
the
amazing.
hallmarks of a Zoda adventure is you die
I'm okay with that. I'm okay
over
with that.
and over and over again.
I'm okay with that. Because it's with love.
And,
I'm okay with that.
That is the that is the Zoda adventure. Oh, somebody's hidden the piece.
Ah! Oh, Swifty. I want to go on I want to go on a Swifty adventure too. Oh, Creamy's like, put it back, I beg of you. Oh, poor Creamy.
Murder somebody.
Oh, yay, Swifty. We will have to Minecraft soon. We will have to Minecraft soon, my
Swifty
love.
doesn't Minecraft. We'll have to find. Swifty does Stardew, but Swifty does not Minecraft.
Swifty, I will go on an adventure with you on Stardew. I will totally Stardew with you. I will totally go on that Stardew adventure with you. I love Stardew. Stardew is top 10 favorite games. Dude, okay, so this is creepy for me at least. So I think it was like back in 2020. I wound up downloading Stardew for the first time because I had it on Switch, and the engineer is like, I think you'll really like this game. It's really relaxing and you'll enjoy it. I was like, all right, fine. I'm not usually a farming person, but fine, I'll try it. So I started playing it and I really enjoyed it. And apparently I got through the first 3 years. I don't remember playing this. I don't remember a single thing. So when I started playing with Naki, I was just like, yeah, I don't think I got that far when I was playing it. Nope, I got through year 3 and I have absolutely no recollection at all of playing it. None. None. I don't know how I did anything. That memory is just poof, out in the void. It's just flying out there, somewhere in the void. Don't remember a damn thing.
Puzzle done. They are happy.
Yay! Were you all sufficiently entertained? That's the key. That's a nice puzzle too. Danny, this is for you. This is entirely for you. This facepalm right here, this is for you. This is for you.
We will survive happy now. Well, so we generally don't do a round 2, but I mean, I could pull up one of the other puzzles that we haven't finished and throw it up there if you guys want to continue to work on another puzzle. I don't have an issue with that. You'll just have to.
I'm sure the Crimson Assassin would appreciate it.
Yes, please.
Yep, there
Okay.
you go.
All right. Give
Yep.
me 1 second, because we're just going to turn that off for just a moment while I go and because I have to do some things over here. But while we're doing that, we're going to keep on going with some of the questions, because I think there's another question
Yeah.
sitting out there for you.
Come, all the questions. Come
All
on
the
then.
questions. Caddiest Odin would like to know, what is your opinion on psychology?
I like psychology. As somebody who has been diagnosed with ADHD and is probably on the very early end of the autistic spectrum, I really like it and I appreciate it, because as somebody who has never been able to really understand people, I've had to grow up watching and learning and finding patterns with behavior, to try to grow and understand and learn how people work. And I even see a psychotherapist myself, because we all need that kind of help sometime. And I love thinking about okay, so this is a very piss poor example, but take the Saw movies for
Oh.
instance. I love the psychology behind Jigsaw. I That's one of the reasons too why I like watching, murder mysteries or unsolved crimes, because I don't understand how that brain works. In a million years, I would never ever think of ever harming a single person on the planet or animal. And
All right, folks, there's your new puzzle. It's up.
and it's like, why on earth would anyone
finish
go
this
to
one
that
from-
extent?
From DM Serbs stream
Nice.
Last week. We'll finish up Serbs.
Nice.
Right? Sorry, keep going.
But like, just thinking about how people think, I love thinking about how people think and what their motivations behind what they're doing are. And because of the ADHD in me, I over fucking analyze everything, particularly my own behaviors, because I'm like, shit, that's not socially acceptable. Or shit, I was literally just on my hyper focus, and the way that I'm talking to you is the way I'm talking to you because my brain is like over here doing its thing. And I'm still focused on needing this to get done, but you're throwing a wrench into everything that I'm doing right now. And then a second later, I'm like, shit, I should have said that. That's not how it should have been said. Nope, I was rude. Damn it. And it helps. But the thing too is it also comes with this great superpower of empathy as well, looking back on psychology and being able to understand people's walks of life a lot better than not, so like the psychology behind humanity is very interesting. You can even dive deeper into psychology, looking at oh man, what is the science of people studying humans from the past? It's not archaeology.
Anthropology.
Thank you, anthropology, which is like a whole nother level of psychology, because it's why did humans do what they did in the past? Like, one cool fact is that like this isn't so much that, well, kind of is that people in the past were missing the blue cone in their eyes, so the ocean wasn't blue, it was red, and it gave the perception that there were monsters in the waters, even worse than we think it is today. And just because they had that ideology behind it made it even more terrifying. You know what I mean? Like, the human mind is such a fucking interesting thing, and I love it. I love it so much.
Fascinating. Now, I'm a big anthropology buff. Like, I like anthropology. As far
too.
as
Me too.
psychology goes, I had to take a psychology class in college. I hated the class. Mostly
How come?
because, well, my psychology instructor was teaching the class like she was going to give everybody aha moments, and we were going to have these big mental breakthroughs, and we were going to suddenly become better people, and it's all going to be thanks to her and her amazing class.
Oh God. Hey, speaking of psychology, look at her big ego.
And I was like,
You want to
okay.
talk to us there, Freud? You want to talk to us there, Freud? We got you.
Yeah. No. And so for my final paper, I basically turned in a paper. It says, look, according to all of the stuff that you've been having us read and everything else, I am of this particular age, this particular demographic, and I have reached a point in my life where I have done all of the tool tips and steps that you recommend to do. I've done those long before I ever had this class. I am pretty happy with who I am. I'm pretty set in my ways, and I'm not likely to change for you or anybody else anytime soon unless I find a reason that I need to change my behavior set, because I'm okay with who I am, and either people are going to be okay with who I am or they're not, and I'm not going to enforce that people are okay with who I am if you're not okay. You know, everybody's allowed to live life and go about. I don't plan to inconvenience other people's with my thought processes. Like that's me. I do me, you do you. We're good. You know, we'll be happy and live life in our own separate ways, and I'm okay with that. So this is what I put in for the paper. That's, mind you, this was supposed to be a 2-page paper about, you know, how this course benefited us and made us better people.
And you just gave the snarky response.
I'm like, well, it wasn't snarky. It was a very well thought out, cogent. Well, here's all the evidence. Here's all the things that you said do. Look, I did this at this age. I did this at this age. I'm sorry, your class is not going to make me have a breakthrough because those have already happened in the past.
Yep.
I got a B on the paper, and it ruined my perfect 4.0 grade point average.
Oh, fuck that teacher so much. Just all the, just
like,
just.
Wow.
She was just being
okay.
petty. She was just being petty. She was just fucking being petty.
Oh yeah,
She was
I know.
being petty.
I could have taken the time to make something up, but I was like, you know, I felt like making something up would be very disingenuous. And that's not me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna make something up. You know, sorry, teach. This is not something that's gonna happen.
Yeah, do you? 100%.
But that was. Psychology is fine. I generally don't have too much to say about psychologists because my few experiences with psychologists have been here's some drugs for you to take. This will make you think straight. So I've not had any good psychologists.
No, that's that's psychiatry, and psychiatry sucks. Fuck psychiatry so much. So, like, I do have to say this because, like, no, I'm tangenting here because
no, you're fine.
When I lived in LA, I wound up. I started seeing a psychiatrist. $150 an hour for 5 minutes. Point blank. And this damn psychiatrist. So I thought I was bipolar because I was trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong with me. I'd been diagnosed my entire life with anxiety and depression. That was what was wrong with me. So they gave me, you know, anxiety and depression meds because that was what the formal diagnosis was.
Right.
And then it was and then like things were getting really bad. I was not in a good place. Like it was bad. And so I was like, do you think I have bipolar? And she's like, I thought about it. And then didn't further that. That was her explanation. And then like several weeks later, I was talking to my cousin who has ADHD, and she's like, Bates, I think you have ADHD. Because these are my symptoms. What you're saying is basically what I have. And I was like, really? And she's like, oh, yeah. So I was like, okay. So, and then a few weeks later, too, I was talking to somebody and I was like, oh, cute dog, while they were in the middle of speaking. And then when she went back to the conversation, like nothing was wrong. And I was like, oh. So then I go back to the psychiatrist and they're like, well, I already diagnosed you with bipolar. You didn't diagnose shit, lady. You didn't diagnose shit. And then she's like, well, I can't give you meds because you're on an antipsychotic, so I'll give you an antidepressant to try to stop the ADHD. Didn't do shit. Didn't do a damn thing.
Let's just pump you with drugs that you don't need.
Mm-hmm. And then I went and then it wasn't until I came to the island that I was talking to my new psychotherapist, who is the second best psychotherapist that I've had in my entire life. And she's like, it sounds like you do have ADHD. for sure. Here, let me send you to a professional who can actually
Wow.
formally diagnose you. And I was like, thank you. Thank you for giving me the resources I need to do this. So I made an appointment. I saw the doctor who's like, yes, you most definitely have ADHD. I was like, great. Good to know that my whole life is a lie. And I've been on every single antidepressant and anti-anxiety med under the sun since I was 6. You know, telling me that I had anxiety and depression when none of it worked, and it just fucked up my brain more. And I'm pretty sure it, like, these drugs probably did do something to really fuck up my brain. You know, since I no, and they gave
I'm not
me
laughing
Prozac
at you.
when
You're God, no, not Prozac.
they gave me Prozac when I was 12. You are not supposed to give
No, you
antidepressants
don't.
to children.
Oh, for God's sakes.
And they gave me Prozac when I was 12, and I felt numb for at least a month taking it because my parents kept reminding me to take it, and I'm like, but I can't feel anything, and this sucks. Like,
Yeah. No,
know.
not fun. Not fun. That's so Lady Teddy has this commentary in here I thought was freaking says meds has helped me a lot, but you've only had bad experiences with a psychiatrist. Fair. Says she literally had a psychiatrist pretend to die once.
Jesus Christ.
Just
Dude, psychiatrists don't know what the hell they're doing. They're literally there for a paycheck. They don't give a shit about you. They don't. They like I now see nurse practitioners who can prescribe meds, like psychological meds. They are much better than fucking psychiatrists. The psychiatrists, they don't give a shit about you. They legit don't. They don't care. They don't. They want your money. They will just be like, oh, you got anxiety and depression. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Don't care. Don't care. And like, no. You know? Wait, there's a medicine for dyslexia? Really? Wait. This is a game changer. Wait, what? Because I have dyslexia. I have very mild dyslexia, but I have it. Wait, what? Caddy, what is this?
I have no idea.
Oh my god, lady, I had the same thing with these shitty people. The psychiatrist that I had in LA, I called them back for some reason, and they said they got rid of my files.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we have determined so far in this particular tangent of a conversation is psychiatrists just suck. Psychologists aren't much better. And people who want to feed you.
Psychotherapists, go to see psychotherapists. Like, if you guys are ever in need to see anybody, like a talking doctor that actually gives a shit, go to a psychotherapist. I have had all the luck with psychotherapists. They actually literally give you tools to help you get better. And it is up to you whether or not you choose to use them. But they actually give you, like, things. Like, one of the best things that I learned, oh god, it's a really great mantra. Hold on, I gotta look this up really quick. No, seriously, like, this has fucking changed my life. My psychotherapist told me this recently, and I just need to find it because it's a really, really, really wonderful mantra.
No, you said mantra, and I had about a half a dozen different mantras that popped into my head, and I'm like, yeah, can't say that one. Nope, can't say that one. Nope, you can't have that one. Nope, can't say that one. Okay.
This one is this is a nice one. This is I can choose peace over this. So, like, I have, like, I think many of us do have issues with my parents, and they piss me off to no end. So I can either choose to forever be mad at them, or I can say I choose peace over this. And granted, I don't talk to them anymore, which also really helps. But now when I say I can choose peace over this, I don't let those past actions have as much effect on me anymore.
Nice.
And it really, really helps making you feel safe. I also do this thing too where, like, if I have any doubts, or I came up with this one, but if I have any doubts or intrusive thoughts or anything pop into my head, I make all of that personified into, like, a person that I've made in my head, and I kill them over and over again, because the killing is cathartic, and you don't let those things come and take over you. Like, you have the power to destroy them because they're not true. They're not real. You know? So like I go ahead and I kill my doubts. Their name's Bertha. They're an ugly mug, and I just kill them at every chance I get because I'm like, I'm not letting these intrusive thoughts have power over me anymore. It's not worth it to my peace. It's just not.
Aww.
Oh, I'm so glad that helped, Rose. Yay! I'm so glad. Oh, see, Rose, that's awesome. Like, I'm so proud of you, Rose. I'm so proud of you.
Squirrel, it hasn't been asked, I promise. Squirrel would like to know if money, work, or pets were no object whatsoever, where would you like to go visit right now?
UK. I would want to visit the UK because I want to go and travel across Europe so I can go, and it would start with the UK and then go across Europe so I can meet everybody who I'm friends with online that's on the other side of the planet, starting with the UK. My grandmother's also was from England, and I really have UK has a special place in my heart, not because of her, but it just does. And I want to go and visit. I want to see everything. And then the second one would be Japan, because we're like 12-hour flight from Japan, and I've always wanted to go to Japan because big anime nerd. So
I was gonna say,
but first it would be UK.
I think you're pretty close to Japan. You can make that trip.
Yeah, 12 hours. It's a 12-hour trip, even if it's like right there. It's a long flight because of the time difference. Because like technically it's a 6-hour flight, but because of the time difference, it's 12. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
well, you're crossing a dateline, time zone, whatever.
Time zone, yeah.
There we go.
But DEF CON, yes, I can be from British too. I can most definitely be from British too. I mean, like, it would have to be the UK to start, just because I have so many really lovely people that I've met from there and from Europe that I would get on a plane right now and be like, yo, Crimmy, let me stay with you, or Foxy, let me stay with you, you know, like, because I just want to meet everybody, you know, and then probably like take a train across Europe to go and meet everyone else.
Nothing wrong with that.
I
think a lot of people go, I just want to go and say hi and shake hands and look a individual straight in the eye and be able to make that human contact with somebody. And it's one of those things, because we are social creatures. It's just the way humans are. And so while Twitch does a really great job, and the internet does a fantastic job of really shrinking the distances between people.
Yep.
Right? Like, our biggest complaints nowadays are time zones. Time zones suck.
Yep. Oh God, I was feeling that yesterday. Damn.
Because of if you stop and look at it and you go back in time before there was the internet or telephone or even letters and whatnot, your sphere of people that you would be interacting with would be so tiny as compared to now.
Yeah, I mean, you were with your tribe, essentially.
So it's
whatever little Neanderthalic group you had.
That's right. So it's absolutely fantastic. You know exactly how bigger a scale that the world is when you can take things like time zones, and that's your biggest concern. Like, distance doesn't matter.
No,
we can sit here. You know, you're down in Hawaii. I'm here on the East Coast of the United States, and we're having a conversation, a meaningful conversation with people that are sitting in chat that are from anywhere in this world at this point in time.
I know, which is insane.
And it's such a cool thing.
Like, how can I think it's really cool too to be like, I have friends from all over the world. You know, it's not like I just have friends in Hawaii or just friends in the United States. No, I've been blessed with knowing so many people from all walks of life across the world, and not many people can say that, you know, even if it's an internet community, you know, like it's huge. It's just absolutely huge. Yeah. and we're very, very thankful, or we're very lucky to have the technology that we do, the way we have it,
Yes.
in order to, have the friends that we do, and to meet the people that we do. Like I'm so, like it's been, and I say this on my stream, I have not had groups of friends growing up. I haven't had, like, when I lived on the mainland, particularly in California, I had really only one really good friend there, who I would like see regularly and hang out with, and made a really big impact on my life. And and then I had I had a best friend who lives in Maryland, and I had a friend who lived in Minnesota, and that was it. That was the three friends I had, and they didn't live anywhere close to me. They lived across the United States. And then, coming on here, it's just like I have people who don't judge me for wearing my heart on my sleeve. I have family who accept me for who I am. And I feel like the internet makes it easier too for a lot of us who are quote unquote socially inept, which we're not. We know our shit. We know what's going on.
Right.
Like,
Absolutely.
Don't give us that. It's, don't give us that. Or misfits. I don't know. However you want to swing that sledgehammer. So like being able to come in and find these communities, find these people. And I mean, like, most of the friends that I've met have all stemmed from the Minkies, and then from the Minkies and their channels have stemmed to all these other amazing people like yourself, Nori. Like I met you on Hale's channel, and I always got excited to see you when I came into Hale's channel, to be like, Nori's doing the pros. This is awesome. Like it was just like, it was really, really, really nice.
Right.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah. Hales has spells now. We do spells for Hales. Those are.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So it
was pros. It was pros last time I was there. I haven't been there for a while. Sorry, Hales.
It's fine. It's fine. Life happens. Things get busy. It is what it is. We have one last question from Lady Teddy, and then we are heading into the final moments. 3 hours goes by quick when you're having fun.
It really does. Honestly, Nori, it just feels like a phone call conversation with you, to be honest. It really does. It really does.
Lady Teddy would like to know who would you cast to play you in a movie about your life? You can pick two.
God.
Who you think would be you, and who you want to play you just because. So 2 people to play Bates Blogs in the life and times of Bates Blogs.
Okay, so first one would be, hold on, what's her name? Oh, Millie Bobby Brown, because I'm told that I look like her, just older. So Millie Bobby Brown. And oh God, what's her name? Ella. Shoot, what's her name? I mean, they're both young, but they would play like younger versions of me in my life story. It would be Ella Purnell. If we're doing younger ones, it would be Millie Bobby Brown and Ella Purnell. If it was older, it would be Jennifer Garner. Although Jennifer Garner is like much older, but like she looks like a very much older version of me. There's no actors that are my age right now that look like me, so it's hard to pick, because I usually go off looks and talent for who I would do that.
Right.
No, Ella Purnell. She plays Jinx in Arcane. She also plays one of the main characters in Star Trek Prodigy. She plays the main character in the not BioShock, Fallout series. Which, by the way, I have met her in person. I have photos with her. She is a lovely human being. Like, oh my God, is she patient as fuck? I fangirled too hard with her. I felt really bad. I was teleprompting for her, and I was just like, shit. I fangirl too hard, and it was during COVID. She's just such a lovely, lovely person. Oh my God. I was so lucky to have met her.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
But yes, it would be Millie Bobby Brown would definitely be my choice for the main lead for who would play me in my life. For sure. And then Ella Parnell would be a close second.
Fantastic. I have to go look these actors up. I am horrible about names. Like, I've always been horrible about names.
Oh, I am too. But like Millie Bobby Brown's from Stranger Things, and I've been told, like, I've had people for like the last like several years being like, "You look like Millie Bobby Brown." Okay, I mean, I mean, she's from the UK, and so is my grandmother. So there is entirely a possibility that we could be long distantly related. You know. We have the same face shape. We have like the same eyes. I like I've been told a lot. That's like, you look familiar. You look like Millie Bobby Brown. Okay, thanks. It's a huge compliment. I appreciate it. Yeah, you look like you could be the older version of her. Awesome.
Nice.
So, but if I had to do a life story, yes, I would want her to play me for sure.
It is fantastic. I gotta go look. I'm like,
and if she's not available, Ella Purnell for sure.
I would say they would be entirely fortunate and lucky to be cast in the part of playing the Bates Blog in the life and times of Bates Blog.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah. I always wanted to meet Millie, and I just never got the chance.
Really?
If I stayed in LA, maybe I would have, but it's okay.
You know, if you had stayed in LA, then you know, there may not be a Hawaii Bates Blogs doing Tota.
That's very true. That is entirely true. I wouldn't, honestly, I do not change my personal time. I would not change my personal timeline for anything. As hard as it's turning out to be a really wonderful ride. So
it's a good time. It is absolutely a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have two final questions, and then one important piece of business that all require you to accomplish this. So,
alrighty, shoot them at me.
The first one is the first question we have for you is we're most of the way. We're over halfway through the rest of 2024. So. We're going to alter this slightly in either the rest of 2024 or the front half of 2025. Is there any like big important things, life events, stream events, channels, whatever, anything that you want to like? Oh my God, you guys have to know about this stuff because you're going to want to be there for it. You're not going to miss it. You know, that sort of exciting news that you would like to share with everybody here tonight.
Oh, so you mean Tota?
That happens every Thursday. That doesn't count.
It does, but for me, it's the big thing that's going on in my life. It's the one thing that I'd love people to come watch and have fun with. You know, like Tota's it. Tota is what I'm striving for right now in terms of, you know, making anything that I want in life a success. You know, if I can get paid eventually to be a DM and have my players have a staff, like that is my hope and dream that can be a reality, you know? So guys, check out Tales of the Time March on Twitch. You know, we are a D&D group that every Thursday we play, and we're keep trying to elevate our game. We're trying to do stuff that other D&D groups haven't done in terms of technology, in terms of story. And Tota is a full-on homebrew. Like there is no you know,
Lady Teddy, before we get done with this, that we always do a video shout out that includes a clip, and then we do the Twitch official shout out that puts the little heart up in the top of your chat message, so it makes it really easy for people to follow. So don't
Sounds
worry,
good.
we're not done just yet.
No, I got.
I also happen to know and have it on good authority that there are for like 2,000 little channel points over in Bates Blogs. You can go in there and request a DM character and make a guest appearance in a Toda Tale.
Yep. So. You can also go ahead. We do have Twists of Fate as well. So during the game live, and y'all are gonna have to regain your points for this. So we get the
Toda doesn't start out with points because you don't.
No, exactly.
Toda's,
I know.
By the way, yeah,
I know, but once they do get points in the Toda one, you get Twists of Fate. But you guys aren't going to be able to do that because we are actually, it's not going to be on Bates Blogs like it's been for those of you who have watched. Toda is actually moving to its own Twitch channel, which is Tales of the Time March. That went up actually yesterday, and that is what we'll be playing from now on, is on there instead of Bates Blogs. But there's so much going on with that. Like, guys, there's merch coming. There's animations coming.
Ooh, that's what we can do. While you're
there's
doing that.
so much coming for this. Like, there's a lot of big stuff planned. If you guys are interested in doing a one-off DM game, or if you want a guest star, we'll be starting that like a little bit further down the line, but not probably too far off. The first season, I'm going to say, is probably going to be anywhere between 25 to 30 episodes, and we're on episode 8 this week.
So last for those that are curious, Tales of the Time March, this little heart in your chat, go clicky. Don't miss the episode.
It's such a good time, you guys. It is such a good time. And last week's episode was particularly good in my eyes. I mean, it's all good, but like last week was my favorite episode so far, and it ends on such a wonderful, tasteful cliffhanger.
Your players seem to think otherwise.
No, they're like, lore. Oh my god, what's the lore? What did we miss? What is going on? And if you guys do want to catch up on Tales of the Time March, you can go straight to Bates Blogs. All the episodes are up there, and they are slowly migrating to Time March Tales on YouTube. But right now, all of the episodes are up on Bates Blogs, and probably will stay up there. Very excited about it. It's going to be such a good time. And, again, thank you, Nori, for doing the recaps and the opening. Guys, if you haven't, please go check out the intro. Like, Nori outdid himself, like 100%. And it was glorious. It was absolutely glorious. A frustrating cliffhanger. It wasn't frustrating. What frustrating? What? Why was it frustrating?
Because you ended when there was lore to be dropped.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that not how the end of the game's supposed to go?
It's exactly how you're supposed to end.
I know. Every time. That's what a good. People give cliffhangers such shit, and I'm like.
But they drag you back.
No, cliffhangers are what brings people back every time. So why wouldn't I leave it on a cliffhanger every episode? It makes players and audience want more.
That's right. No, that's absolutely perfect, right? Okay, so Tales of Time March, right? There was a shout out. If you guys didn't click on that, there's a link up there in the chat. Go absolutely follow. You don't want to miss out on any of that if you're looking to see Bates and the rest of the cast of the Toda crew do their thing. It's a fantastic thing. You should absolutely be checking it out.
It is so much fun, guys. You'll have a blast. And like I said, we're going to be opening a Ko-fi shop soon. Crim's starting to do merch, and it's great. It's so great. This is going to be big. And if anyone wants to volunteer, come hang out with the cast and crew, you're more than welcome to. We'll probably be opening up our Discord later on for that as well. So just a heads up there as well.
All right. Your final question for the evening. Well, second to final question of the evening. So you're just getting started streaming. What single piece of advice would you give to somebody or your younger self, earlier version of you getting up streaming, that would you're like, oh, if only I had known this would have made my life that much easier. Like, what piece of advice would you give to somebody looking to start streaming or whatnot?
Find your people, find your friends, find your community, find your family. That is the best piece of advice I can give anybody, because streaming in my ideology, it's not a single person thing. It takes a village to make you successful, because if you're successful, everyone's successful. And particularly with streaming, surround yourself with people who believe in you, have faith in you, and want you to succeed just as much as you want them to succeed, and create this beautiful family, this friendship, these communities. And they're the ones that are going to help you through your hardest time streaming. They're going to help you through your own hard times. I mean, shit, I messaged Nori yesterday because I was having a hard time, and we talked for 3 hours. So and he was just helping me feel better. I had people coming to me who are my friends, who are just like, hey, are you okay? We just want to make sure you're all right. These people not only care about you as a streamer, but they care about you as a fucking person. And that's what you need to find, is those people who are going to help build you up, who are, hey, we want to make sure you're okay. Hey, you want to go play games today? Hey, you feeling like you want to go and just go sit on video chat and read books together kind of thing. These people are your everything, and don't ever take them for granted. They're not just followers. They're not just fans. They're your friends. They're your family first and foremost. So find the people who you have stuff in common with in Discords, in forums, which I don't know if people really do forums anymore, but find these people who have the common interests with you, and they become your longtime friends and family for sure, and are always there to help, love, and support you. And it becomes personal. They become personal relationships. They become really family and friends. So that is the best advice I can do, is find your people, because they will always be there for you no matter what, on your streams, outside of streams. And like I said, I've never found a more accepting group of people in my life, and I couldn't be more thankful and humbled and honored to have the people that I have in my life. So thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you for being amazing. And that's a Bates Mush moment. Sorry.
I was going to say, you got Grim all ready to cry anyways.
Aww. I know, Crimmy. I know. That's why I'm like, I want to hug all of y'all. I want to I love you guys so much. Seriously. I wouldn't be streaming without you. Wouldn't. It's just facts. I give you all the hugs, Crim. Here, let's see. Can I do a VTuber hug? Come on, other arm. Come. I don't know why it's not. There you go. Now the other one's not working. There, Crim. There's your hug. This is as close as you're gonna get to a hug. I'm so sorry, but this is as close as you're gonna get.
I'll get my fan.
Oh, I love Crim's fans so much. It's so adorable. But I love you guys so much. Like I said, I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for you guys. I appreciate you so goddamn much. I love you with all my heart. So much.
Emotional support fan, right? Okay, so your last piece of business, and while you're trying to decide this, I'm going to go ahead and play a shout out clip for you, and we're going to get the little hearts going up in there and everything else. Yay. So people know how to find Bates Blogs in the future. Perfect. It doesn't help the fact that right below the picture there's all the socials, but we're still going to do all the extra things. We have an entire collection of amazing and fantastic people who all came out and have learned all kinds of really fantastic and amazing things about you. And what we like to do now is, at the end of every one of these things, is we take all these people and we go to somebody else that you suggest, and we go tell them all about the lore that we learned about Bates Blogs here on Talk Tuesday. And then we breed in the FOMO of aha, you don't know what we know about Bates Blogs. So we are special, and we get to have fun with that. Bates lore is best lore, right? So you get to decide where we're going. So while you're figuring that out.
Oh, I already know.
There's okay, so hearts up there in the chat. If it's not lit up, you guys are doing it wrong. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. I can't tell you how to do this any better other than make certain that thing is lit up. And that you're following, got notifications turned on. You're hanging out and catching every one of the streams from this fantastic streamer. And there you go. There's a clip of her.
I don't know which BG3 run this. Oh, this is the one that just ended. I love this run. This one's a good run. I don't remember.
Ethel does have stuff.
Oh, this might have been a tipsy one, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Thank you for the follow, Lovey.
it was.
Appreciate it. It was a tipsy gate. It was a tipsy gate.
It was a tipsy gate.
Gosh.
It absolutely was.
It was a tipsy gate.
But there you go. There is our fantastic and amazing streamer, visitor, guest star, voice actor. I mean, you name it, she does it, and does it with style and grace. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to give us.
No, thank you. It's been a freaking honor. Are you kidding? That has been a freaking honor. I had a freaking blast. This was great. Okay.
What?
All right. I know who to rate out to if you're willing.
Yeah, would you pick it? That's the way this works. This is tradition around here. Is you get to pick the rate target.
Let's go to you know what? Let's go to Local Mooses.
Yeah, I don't recognize the name, so you'll have to type that in the chat.
I got you.
This
is one of my first followers to ever follow me when I was Sim Sweetie, and somebody I met in another community, and they deserve all the love. She's an amazing streamer. She's so super kind. Okay. I think she's playing Pokemon at the moment.
You know, I don't have them on my friends list, so it means new friend to me. So let's get ready. We're gonna go make a new friend tonight, folks. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have a blast.
Give her all the love, you guys. She's absolutely brilliant. Like absolutely brilliant. One of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. There's a lot of Pokemon. It's great.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. Bates, I can't thank you enough again for taking time out and coming hang out with us. This has been a real treat.
Thank you for this. Thank you so much. All the love. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
I appreciate you so much.
I am going to deafen, or you can mute. I don't care whichever way you want to go about it.
That's all good. I will mute so you can do your exit.
We're gonna hit the end screen and everything else, and we're going to slide on out of here. We're gonna go say hi to Local Moose. It has been an absolute thrill and a pleasure. I hope you have yourself a fantastic rest of your evening.
You guys too. Bye, guys. Love you.
Here comes the end screen, folks, but don't go anywhere. Absolutely not. We're not done just yet. No, we have one more piece of business, and that piece of business is we're going to go say hi to Local Mooses. That's right. We're going to take this fantastic party over there. We're going to yell. We're going to scream. We're going to hoot. We're going to holler. We're going to tell them all about the fantastic Bates Blogs lore that we have been learning tonight. Oh, it's been fantastic. It's been an absolute delight. Huge shout outs to all of our new followers. We have Euphoria, Shadowheart, and Elysian. Thank you for joining. Our subscribers, Bates Blogs, thank you for this. And our raiders, AMCom Nanos, Psycho Sophisticate, and Sean Deveron. You lovely people, thank you for bringing in your folks. I hope you guys have had as much fun as we have had. It has been an absolute thrill, honor, and a blast to hang out with each and every one of you guys here tonight on Talk Tuesday. I hope you've had fun. Stick around and be back next week. Next week here on Talk Tuesday, Sean Deveron and his imaginary friend Tiff are going to be right here front and center and telling us all about what it means to be a streamer for them. So it's going to be a good time. We're going to be fun. Friday nights we'll still see us return to our Elden Ring Seamless Co-op group. So hopefully we'll have some fun with that. And then Saturday will be a return to our Storied Saturday. You guys have been fantastic, amazing, wonderful. I can ask for a better audience to come out here and have fun with us on Talk Tuesday. So let's keep up all that happy, good vibes. We're going to go say hi to Local Mooses. Here comes the raid messages. There they are. The first one's for all of you that are lovely subscribers. The second one's for all you lovely followers. Whichever one that you can use, grab it, copy it, get ready to spam it. Let's go say hi to Local Mooses. And let's go tell them all about Talk Tuesday and about Bates Blogs. And until next time, continue to be the fantastic, fabulous, and amazing people that I already know you are. And until next time, well, You know how this goes. Bye for now.